Was she mad at you? If you knew or understood why she loved, realize why she is precious, she important to us. How much she means to the future without the damage is done. You stand accused, the abuser who murdered daughters and sons. Kissed by stars, shadow killer light from afar. Eyesight with a spark, search for what she find in the dark. Small in the frame, big brain, mountain the heart. Good with a secret, no shame, like her, she smart. Maybe inside another life she find us a fine arts, but we ain't born with choices, so she hopeless when life's hard. Lost and alone for nigga, live finding a way, making alliance, be a loyal dog and wait for a day. The corner warned to the street lights, begged her to stay. The curb heard the crosswalk cry as she walked away. The church was her praying, she was one they could save. A disappointed system couldn't make her a slave.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I'd die before I choose to break.
There she is, I see how you look at her. You wish you could protect her, cause you see something good in her. You see what we all see, there's more than just the hood in her. We can see her greatness and devils trying to shoot at her. Chaos under madness, junkies trying to shoot her up. Old men trying to give her babies, white wolves out to chew her up. She more than just a throwaway, this more than just to shoot 'em up. More than just a poor girl, this cold world is using up. Tragedy, travesty, the murder of her majesty. Complete and utter blasphemy, end result catastrophe. Generations wiped out, the future is a casualty. Anything concerning her, I prefer you asking me. Also do it candidly, in a low tone with reverence, or end up in a box standing over you a reverend. She's sacred far as we concerned, this here is a holy place. Big brother, she chose to blow holes to your face.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I'd die before I choose to break.
Played to an early grave in a game she thought she could play. She might have made it a business to be a business one day, but all that business is finished. No hope for words left to say. No more lessons from mistakes. No graduation day. No getting over the awkwardness of being a teen. No more late nights on the block purling blunts for the team. More tears and vigils. More blood stains the streets. More division between the living, cutting flesh for the beef. Vengeance is on the table. This revenge is so sweet. Insatiable is the appetite awaken the beast. Irrational thoughts and actions make the most sense to me. What's happening is gonna happen. We gon' die, we eat everything, every single motherfucking piece. And even then, no comparison to what you owe me. I have nothing, and only one thing left to gain. I promise I'ma walk you through flames, screaming a name.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I'd die before I choose to break.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spitting every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep parts. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful as me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, straight bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. I'm gone. Salutes. Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill. Let's get them likes up. Let's get that energy up. Salutes to everybody in the chat. Let's get these likes up. All you ghost watchers, get it together. Get it together. Salutes. Welcome back. We are back at it like bad habits, and I salute y'all for being here. Right? You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me right now, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you, and I salute you, all right? To all you ghost watchers not hitting the like button, shame on you. Hit that like button, all right? 27 up in here, 14 likes. Hit that like button, hit them little hundreds, hit the little hearts, hit whatever you can hit. Let's get it, all right? Let's get it, all right? I was lacking on energy until I saw y'all in the chat. And a lot of y'all been in here for over an hour. Some of y'all been here for over an hour, you know what I'm saying? I was low on energy, but y'all hyped me up, all right? Salutes. All right, we're going to take our time. We're going to get through this chat. If you're impatient today, this ain't for you. We with the family. Today we hanging out, all right? We're going to get to it, all right? Salutes to the chat, though, all right? All right, we got Yayo on the check-in, hundreds up. Shout out to Michelle Almodovar Uribe from Yuma, Arizona. All right, salutes to you. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. We're going to get to some housekeeping. We're going to get through the chat. We're going to talk our shit. The twins going to come on. We're going to hang out. And then after this, somebody asked in here. Let me check. 773-707. What's good, Shy? You watching the Canelo fight tonight? I absolutely am. And I will be streaming live from the new channel. All right, I will be streaming live from Head Kicks Shy. All right, I'll drop the link in the chat before we we get into the housekeeping and all like that. Let me get through this chat though. Salutes to you. First and foremost, salutes to Leobaldo Gastelum, all right? He edited his comments, so the first one was deleted, all right? But we going to get to him right now. Here it goes. Boom. Looking forward to another live with the twins. Always interesting channel regardless. Saludos y bendiciones desde la finiquera. Salutes to you, Leobaldo. We appreciate you, all right? Thank you for being here. Let's get back up in this chat. All right, we shouted out Michelle Almodovar. Salutes to you. Chucky Chingon on the check-in. What is good, brother? What is good? Salutes to all my people in Arizona, all right? Arizona heavy on the chat today, all right? Salutes Chucky Chingon. All right, 298 Sosa in the building. We in this bitch. Hit that like button. All right, we hanging out. I was low on energy. You know, a good thing happened this morning. A friend of mine that passed away that I believed was a true saint. It's a story for another day. I think it's a story that I need to tell. But he had may he rest in peace. He had a honorary street named after him. You know what I'm saying? Street sign, the whole nine. So we did that this morning. And then I was on the jackhammer with my old man, tearing up some concrete after that. Now we here. And once this is done, we doing the Canelo fight live reaction. You will not be able to see the fight on my channel, but you will see me wilding out to the fight, all right? So we will be there. We had a good time last time for the Ryan Garcia Haney fight. That was dope, all right? Salutes to PR Black on the check-in, all right? 030 North, the usual suspects is in the building. Young Jizzle, aquí estamos, right? 323G, usual suspects in the building, right? We outside on the inside, all right? Salutes Crash Out on the check-in. Appreciate you. Jace the 197, salutes, right? Salutes Crash Out. Appreciate you, sir, right? Jason said, salutes. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It was a beautiful day. Caught me a little inadvertent tan with the jackhammer, but we on and popping. All right? Hit the like button, all right? According to Young Jizzle, y'all ain't hitting the like button, all right? As you can see, we no longer have the full chat on the screen, but I'm able to highlight, so that's dope. I'm enjoying that. I'm also working on getting a soundboard in here so we just have some fun. You know what I mean? All right. Boom. Jason said it, man. Wipe your feet at the door, man. Don't come in here dragging mud and you know what I'm saying, all up in here. Like, hit that like button and, you know, stick around. We're going to have smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them. And if you're sober, here's a hug. And let's get it, man. Have you a nice cold water. Let's get it. All right, salute 773-707. Chico, what's good, Shy? You watching the Canelo fight tonight? Indeed, I am. Indeed, I am. We'll be over on the Head Kicks channel. Matter of fact, let me get a link for y'all for that channel right now. Boom, boom, boom. All right, shout out DJ 20s on the check-in. Salutes to DJ 20s. Right, Velez 408, salutes to you. Saludos, Shy. Appreciate you. Watching the Kentucky Derby. What's popping in the Kentucky Derby, man? What's happening over there? There's a lot of money in that, ain't there? Big bets. Big bets. Head kicks. Shy. Right? Boom. Why didn't you put my avatar up, man? They bullshit. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If you're watching this and you're in the comments right now, just go to where you type in your comment and just swipe that to the left. If you swipe that to the left, you will meet us in this live chat over here, except we are in subscriber only mode. You will have to be a subscriber to be in this chat, a subscriber for at least 1 minute. All right, why? Because we don't want to, we got a community going on over here. We want to build our community, not alienate ourselves with people that got commitment problems and don't want to have no part of us. You know what I'm saying? So, salutes to the Kentucky Derby. Shout out HS on the check-in. Crash Out said, 28 watching, only 13 likes. Hit the like button. It's free. We done got that up. We done got that up on both numbers are up. So salutes to you, 298 Sosa. All right. Salutes Chucky Chingon. J Star Amor. JP the Ghost. All in the building and shit. Yo, Shy, salutations, brother. Been gone for a bit, but here now. Good to see everybody else as well. Salutes to you, man. Glad to have you here. All right, Jorge Castillo said, we ready. We most definitely ready. 030 North up in here. 298. Shame on those uncommitted heathens. All right. Shout out 48. What it is, my boy. What it is, bro. Salutes. Let's get it. Let's go. We lit. Smoke them up. Put them in the air. Rodrigo Liera. I just saw Grace take something back. Grace, you don't take shit back, but she probably going to make it spicier. We'll see how that goes. Rodrigo Liera, salutes to you. What can they say about Gene Borello? We'll ask him. We're going to talk in the housekeeping about how this is going to go tonight, all right? And I'm going to make sure that you guys understand it. All right, there's a lot of new faces in here, but there's a lot of usual suspects in the building, and we're going to talk about it, all right? So shout out Rodrigo. Frank Farias, Vallejo, California. Salutes, Vallejo, California. Right? Mr. Eddie Jimenez, checking in. Salute, sir. Thank you for being here. Edgar Arroyo, yo, my man, you know these men, do they still feel fear of the cartel? What you think? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it or really heard it. And I don't equate caution with fear. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But I ain't really seen it or heard it or felt it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really. Big June, Shy, sup, brother? I send mines and we send ours back. Salutes to you. Big June, usual suspect. Zoraida in the building. The usual suspect. Yo, Zoraida's in there reading. She's got to read this whole thing right now. So I don't know if she can read lips or what's gonna happen here, but we're gonna do the best we can to make sure she gets the message of what's going on around here. All right. All right, boom, boom. Jorge Castillo said, we watching your channel on the big screen today. Let's get it. Big screen it is, all right? Big screen it is. Salutes, I appreciate it. Big June said, hit that like button, gente. It's free. We need them lights up. All right, 298 Sosa already subscribed, G. I already know. 64, 61 subscribers on the road to 10K. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you haven't, it's free. All right, salutes, go Bucks in the building, all right? Go Buck said, damn it, I had Forever Young in the Derby. Sorry, man. Sometimes we gotta take them L's, man. Who else is taking L's tonight, man? We're gonna have to put a poll up by the end of this. All right, shout out 773-707 for show. Shy, what you drinking tonight? Modelos, nah, I'm gonna bear hug it up tonight. Listen, it wasn't until I just went live that I walked over and grabbed a beer. I said, I don't need nothing to bring my energy down. I was a little tired. I was under the sun all day, you know what I'm saying? But y'all done gassed me up. It was like a hit of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that, but it was like a hit of that shit. All right. Salutes, Gracie Diaz. I'm a little late, but I'm here now and ready for this. There is no late around here. When you're late, all you got to do is join the replay game with the homie Smokey Fuma. All right. Replay game. He starts at the beginning and he gets through it. Shout out Zoraida in the building. Salute Shy in chat. Salutes to you. Dan Foghat, long time, sir. What's good from the Philippines, brother? Salutes to you, bro. Glad to see you. Grace Diaz said, I spelled something wrong because autocorrect is a dick. I told you she was going to spice it up. See? 76 said rats. All right. Anything else? That's it? Okay. Aaron Hernandez said Dallas in the house. Salutes to Dallas. Hold on. I'm reading and I'm not hitting the button. I got to hit the button over here. Salutes to the Philippines, man. All right. Boom. This guy right here had a lot to say. All right. Dallas in the house. Salutes to Dallas, man. I got to get to Texas, man. I need some of that Texas barbecue. I think it's safe to say they only fear God now. And that they do. Like, that's been the biggest thing that I've seen from them. Like, they're very into their spirituality and their walk with God. You know what I'm saying? That is one thing. Salutes to Brittany Montalvo on the check-in. All right? Salutes to you. Appreciate you being here. All right, we made it to the bottom. Let's get through the housekeeping. All right? For those that know, for those that don't know, we got, Zoraida says, Shy, I appreciate you. I got my ear ready. There's no grind today. I'm ready for the twins in that fight. It's going down today, man. By the end of this, I'm either going to be exhausted or drunk. So let's get it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. All right, let's get through the housekeeping. Housekeeping for today. We do have text-to-stream links, text-to-speech links, 2 links in the description. All right, 2 links in the description. $2 minimum donation. You can have your donation pop up on the screen, and it will look like this. Salutes to the salutes to Not Guilty TV on a subscription. Appreciate you. All right, Leowaldo back in the building. Say, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Oakland Leaks, aka Mini Leak. Oh, he got it before I could read it. Oh, wait, I got it up here. YouTube channel. If so, what do you think about his channel? We'll talk about it. I enjoy his channel. Right? I enjoy his channel. So we got the text-to-speech links in the description. We're going to try, once we do get to the question, if we get to questions, it's all about how the twins feel and what they want to do. Once we get to that, let me get this out of here. Once we get to that, we're going to try our best to get through the chat and pick out questions. I will say it right now, the usual suspects, the people that have been in here, that I recognize in here, that have been here for a long time, they will have priority when it comes to those questions. If anybody wants to bump the line at any time, you do it through a text-to-speech. There's 2 links in the description, and you do the text-to-speech, and you could drop your message right on my screen in the middle, and the twins will either acknowledge it if it's a question that they want to answer, or they'll pass. They very rarely pass, but some of y'all are outrageous and want the blueprint to being the man, and it's like, you got to work for that one.
Test user donated $50. Test message.
All right, so that's what it'll look like. And we have that available. We also have super thanks, super chat, and all that good stuff in there. What else? I'm gonna drop the link for the ill shop in the chat. Right? Somebody popped up in the Discord. I'm gonna go take a look at that. And then we're going to start the show. Now, the twins will be in here shortly. What time is it now? The twins will be in here very shortly. But there's something that I want to watch and set up first real quick that's going to begin this whole conversation. We're going to get through the housekeeping with them right away. As far as, like, you know, how they're doing, stuff like that, you know, because they ain't been around in a couple of minutes, and it's been a lot going on since they've been gone. All right? What was I doing? I'm going to drop this in here. Wow, there's that in the chat. What's 76 talking about? Hold on. I'll get to you right now. Take your time. Let's get it. All right. Shout out Peter. What up, though, Shy? What up, Peter? Appreciate you. Anthony said, love your content, Shy. Ready to ask the twins some questions. Salutes. Crash out. Subscribe or you can't comment. Not Guilty TV, salutes from London, brother. Your content with the twins hard. I appreciate you. Salutes to you, Not Guilty. Leobardo Gastelum said, I don't know if you're familiar with Oakham Leaks. We read that one YouTube channel. So what do you think about it? It's a great channel. And nobody's giving out information the way he's giving out information. First-hand information, you know, close-hand information. Like, it's dope. Not Guilty TV said, need to do a collab sometime, man. We'll talk about it, bro, for sure. I appreciate you being here. I will sub up as soon as we're done here. Velez 408. Hold on, let me put that up there. Boom. Velez 408 said, ese Oakland le echa mucha crema a sus tacos. Jonathan said his father says that shit. San Antonio to Chicago from Young Jizzle. Salutes to you. All right, let's get to 76. 76, what up, Shy? You are killing the game with your content in regards to the twins. You have really shed light on how much they still want to come off as if they are better than everyone else. And of course, that's your opinion. That's people's right to have an opinion on how they feel about somebody. Somebody could say something if it feels slick to you. I was with the old man renting the jackhammer and the I don't know her pronouns or their pronouns, but they had an attitude, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't like her attitude, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I have my right to do that. You have your right to do that. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being around for the content and for supporting the channel. And when I say, hey man, all you said was rats, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's my point. Like, yeah, that's a part of it. It's many other parts of it, though. Okay? We can talk about that, too. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. All right? Shout out 298 Sosa. All right? Master Khalik. Salutes, Master Khalik. Appreciate you. Jason said, this rain effed up my trip for ice cream. Let's lock in. Yeah, the ice cream trip getting ruined is bad. I'm hoping the rain holds off and don't mess with my streams tonight, all right? All right, hit that like button, y'all. We getting more viewers than likes. Let's get it. Oscar said, Chayder says, saludos to you. All right, make sure y'all check out the ill shop. The link is in the chat. Not Guilty said, big up yourself, Shy. London in the house. Man, salutes, bro. 76 said, they are a perfect example of people having a double standard. They want to play the victim when it benefits them. They come off as punks and straight weenies. Okay, that's cool. I feel the same way about some people's heroes, though, because we do pick and choose. There's a whole lot of other things that we pick and choose and walk around, aside from just ratting. Worse things, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, you know. But you'll have your opportunity to ask questions and say what you want to say, you know. Peter retracted that, missed it. Shout out Anthony Love, said, love tuning into your channel. Nothing but blessings for you and the twins. Salutes to you. Where would the twins be today if they didn't collab? Shit, they collabed with everybody from all the way to the top. Ryan Bernard said, rest in peace to their father. Rest in peace to their father. Edgar Arroyo said, you think they're still scared? You think they'll eventually get caught by Cartel? No. And not just them. Shout out your vid sucks in the building. Yo. 030 North in the building said, nobody talks about Chapo being a police informant. Nobody talks about a lot of things when it comes to their heroes. We put them on shirts. If I found out tomorrow that Roberto Clemente was a diddler, I'd be done with the shirts. I'd be done with the he's one of my heroes, one of my idols, right? Some people can't do that. Some people can't separate that, So we pick and choose what's good and bad. Pick and choose. 298 Sosa asked the Twins about Oakland Leaks. Do they believe he is really mini league? We were asking. I believe Jay answered that question. Very tongue in cheek, but we can ask again. Shout out Anthony. I gotta ask the Twins what happened between them and Alfredo Guzman. Damaso, Oakland, mentioned that he did something faulty to them. Alfredo Guzman, I'm trying to remember which one that was. Was that the guy with the trains and he put the extra work on the train? I don't know. We'll ask. If we can get it in, we'll get it in. All right. All right. We got past that. Let's get it. Not Guilty TV said I meant cooperative with authorities if they hadn't. Oh, prison, grave, billionaires in Dubai. Yeah, probably a prison or a grave. I mean, they did the prison part. I don't think there was no more road as far as they was concerned. I mean, there was, but that would be another risk it all situation. So I'm kind of thinking that it would have gone bad if they hadn't done what they done. I believe it would have gone bad. I mean, that was everyone's intention. If they would have found out, was that go bad, Shout out Peter on the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. Hit the like button on that. Boom, and hit that. Put that up there. Boom. Salutes to you. If you had a message attached, let me know. Drop it in the chat and I'll put it up there. I appreciate you, though. Thank you very much. 298 Sosa said they would be dead. Is where they would be. Get for real. It got ugly in Mexico around that time. I believe that. And not just them. Just like I said the other way. Not just them. It'd be a lot of... It would have been a lot of more casualties, probably. So it's a crazy scenario to be in. 298, we got that. Let's see. 298 76 tells 298 Sosa that he don't really know what's going on. 76, if you know what's going on, tell us. I'd like to know. Not Guilty said always a road, 99 cents bad. 99% bad. Yeah, like once you run out of road, that's your 99%. You take that 1%, where does it leave you? Who knows? I don't know. Not my place to make the decision for him. Peter said I've been a day one fan of Shy. As you guys can see, I got a wrench. Don't take my wrench away. Don't fuck up. You'll lose it if you fuck up. All right. Wrenches are so that we can get links across, and it's working out. We ain't had problems, and every now and then you might have to bust somebody in the head with that wrench. So hold on to that. All right, you got one, Chucky got one, also got one. That's it. Lucy in the Sky with Diamond said, checking in, Shy. Salutes to you, Lucy. Appreciate you being here. Edgar Royal said, have you had anyone reach out to you to try to set them up? No, sir. Have not. I've had people reach out to me to try to give me another perspective. People that don't want to speak, right? But I don't. Those conversations stay where they ended, because if you can't come on here and give me the receipts that I need to ask these questions out loud, like I don't really have there's nothing I could do with that. I need you to stand up, and I don't blame you if you don't want to, right? But it also gives me perspective in my way of handling these conversations, and not only with the Twins but with you guys. I mean, if that makes sense. Crash Out said, what about Ed Mayo working for the CIA and his son being a rat? 276. They must be punks and weenies too. Are we picking and choosing? Shout out Edgar Arroyo. He said his channel's dope. Congrats, man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I mean, we just talking crazy in the chat. We running through time. We hanging out. All right. Not Guilty said my Cody just got 28.5. I got a miracle. Not Guilty. There's dudes that'll hear that alone and put smut on your name. Not Guilty, but salutes to you for staying clean and out of the 28.5 year bid. Sorry for your homie, bro. Right? Not Guilty.
Yeah, you're in the building. Salute to you. Omar Carranza said, gotta ask if they saw Juan Esperagosa el Azul. I believe they said they did, but we can ask them for a story. Any other stories about him and ask if they think he's really dead. Facts. Soraya said 7'6", me too. So I think Zoraida agrees with 7'6". Oh no. She wants to know the if you got the info, yeah. I want to know the info too. Run that shit. Oh, 30 North says, Shy, can I get a sledgehammer? Nah, man, I wasn't using a sledgehammer. I was using a fucking jackhammer today like an animal. Right? I was shook up. What's going on in here? Right? Your Viz Sucks says, I think the cartel would have tried getting Twins clients and lights off. Yeah. They would have had to put somebody in a position to deal with this side. Chucky said, no loyalty in Mexico, especially if you didn't grow up in the sandbox with them. And even then, yeah, because what do they call El Mayo? Tell me in the chat. Anybody, tell me what they call El Mayo. What did we hear? I believe it was Jay say that they call El Mayo. Or it might have been P. Y'all let me know in the chat. 48 said, ask them, do they get recognized even if it's by fans, and how is the interaction? We could probably ask that, but that's kind of like it's a little crazy to be asking them, those kind of witness protection ass questions. You know what I'm saying? 7-6 said the game is treacherous. All the talk of loyalty is such a joke. I agree. The CDS is a bunch of rats that turn on each other. It's chess, not checkers. Okay, but where's your allegiance? Your allegiance is to the stand-up dudes, or is it to somebody other than CDS? Or is it all of them? Are all of them the same? Or just CDS is a bunch of rats? I'm just asking. Shout out Stephen R. Said, can you ask the Twins? You guys are throwing these questions up early. We're going to try to get to them. I'm going to scroll back down and see what I can get to. Otherwise, re-ask them later. Just do not spam my chat, because one of these wrenches will knock you down if you spam my chat. He said, can you ask the Twins if Chapo was really a boss or just a capo? They've answered this question. Stephen R., we have videos speaking with them, and they've answered this question thoroughly. I heard Chapo was never really the real boss, just the scapegoat. I would tell you, go to the Flores Twins exclusive interviews, and I'm gonna drop a link to, I believe that's the playlist for it, in the chat. All right. Chat is flying today. Salutes.
This is how AI.
But there's a bunch of there's a bunch of interview pieces in that playlist right there, and in there you can find the answer to that question. I'm sure one thing they don't want to do is be repeating themselves on this channel. Can you ask the Twins if Chapo was really the boss or just a capo? I heard Chapo was never really the real boss, just a scapegoat. And I'll give you the short version. They was bosses. It wasn't one boss over the other. No, none of that shit. Ask the Twins about Chupeta. Bring that back later. You already know the rules here, though. You're very good. Jalisco 21 said, ask them if they know about the famous McLaren. There is a sports car that I have to ask them about, and that might be it. All right, shout out 298 Sosa. All right, for getting up in here first. And another usual. Look at all the usual suspects got it right away. 298 Sosa said, what did they call El Mayo? El Matamigos. All right. So even if you came up in the sandbox with him, might put you in the dirt. Because his nickname, or his name that they call him behind his back, is the man who kills his friends. All right. Shout out Martin Leon, Humble Park in the building. You already know we're with you all the way. Salutes to you, Martin. I appreciate you. Salutes to Humble. Salutes to Logan, K-Town, all of it. Salutes to all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Little Village, I'm sure y'all in the building too. Some of y'all probably ghost watchers. Some of y'all probably in the chat. Boom, Matamigos, 323G. Salutes. Yael, excited for this live side. Salutes. I appreciate you for being here. All right, let's get them likes up, y'all. But let's 408. El Cartel de los Sapos. Yeah. It was funny too, because when I did the Borderline Beat, when I went in Borderline Beat, that Peter had gave me a couple of links, and I went to the one of them that we covered, and it was like the Snitch Cartel, and it's like, damn, boy, you really don't like them, But is it just them? Are they the only ones? Tell me if I'm wrong. Oakland Lee said they gifted a Lambo to El Animal, a white one, where his son was sent to sleep. All right, we'll ask him about that story. If I can remember it, drop it back later on. And I'm going to be talking to them. Again, if you want to butt the line, the only way to butt the line is to drop that $2 donation and do a text to speech. Because there's already a lot going on, all right? And I appreciate you guys for being here. We're going to have a good time. All right, we've already had a good time. We talking. But yeah, we'll ask about that Lambo and that other whip. But let's say they're all the same. That's what I think so too. Anthony said he ran his own faction just like many others. Not a clear hierarchy. Exactly. All right, not a clear hierarchy at all. Shout out Larry Lampshade for the subscription. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Il Cartel. All right, he ran his own faction just like many others. Not a clear hierarchy. Bosses are bosses and move amongst bosses. And then when it's time for them to take each other out, they take each other out. All right. We down 20. We down 20 likes from the current viewers. So let's get 20 likes up in the building. All right. Shout out Ryan Bernard. He said, what price was they paying in Chicago and what was the price in Mexico? I believe they said at some point, I'm not going to speak for them. We'll ask them the question. I believe I even heard a clip today, Jay speaking about it. Not Guilty TV said, keep up the good work, bro. Your channel will start to rocket, bro. I will keep it up. We will keep mashing. I'll get up with you, man. Let's see if we can help each other get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've probably been doing your thing for a long time. I'm a newbie to the game. I jumped in with the Flores Twins Surviving El Chapo podcast a little bit over a year ago and made a bunch of homeboys and homegirls online, and we hang out, we kick it. Salutes. Ryan Bernard said it, the friend killer. All right? Ocean did a video on the car. See, okay, I knew that was coming. All right, shout out 298. Crash Out said, none of the people that are known in the cartels are not the real bosses. The real bosses they never heard of. Huh? You gotta just tell me who's... Because at the end of the day, once you get to that boss status, now it's like all of these bosses I'm aligned with, not just in the mobs, but in politics and in communities, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of bosses getting together to make shit happen. All right? Crash Out says Southside, in case you forgot. 7-6 said my loyalty is to myself, and yes, they're all rats. I can tell that El Mayo, El Chapo, even Mencho are not the richest rug lords in Mexico. You got people making more money than all of them put together. All right, who are those people? But my thing is, who cares who's the richest? But they're all encompassed in this rat conversation, right? And my question today is, are they all encompassed in the child abuse and X trafficking and PDF file activity? Or are we picking and choosing, right? Are these monsters that we look up to not just monsters to man and monsters to people that are in the same game with them, but they're monsters to the weakest, the ones that could defend themselves the least? Do we still hold them in this regard? I don't give a shit who they are. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but that's where we at. 7-6 said, but listen closely, money and power are two very different things. Absolutely. I understand this. I haven't even mentioned money once. I've been talking about, and we talk about on this channel. See, people like throwing this whole rat shit around, but it's like, okay, we had that conversation. They're all rats, so what is there left to talk about that? Let's uncover something new, right? And to me, it's never about the money. I don't care. There's a certain amount of money that you make where what else they need? Another pair of Wranglers and another belt buckle? You know what I'm saying? My thing is what the power does. The power is more dangerous than that money. What the power does is crazy. All right? The power takes their own towns hostage. The power takes 15-year-olds from their fathers. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Salute, Peter. Thank you for recognizing I sent you the link. Listen, if I remember it, it's going to come out the truth. You know what I'm saying? If I took credit for it and you're like, dang, he took credit for my shit, it's because I might have forgot. That's it. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Peter. All right, Mr. Eddie Minute said, bro, Pilsen is also presente in the house. Salutes to you. Like, we still ain't even got through the whole chat yet. He said, that's why I got a wrench. Just because you have the money don't mean you have the power. Absolutely. Absolutely. Velez said, I think the white Lamborghini was Ivan's, but a Cachorro was driving it that day. They were going for Ivan. Is that the day that they got his son? Again, a lot of you know more about this than me. 773 said, if you get a chance, ask them who took their position after they got locked up. Who was bringing all that yay into the States after them? Good question. Good question. Danilo Joker said, Gennaro Garcia Luna. Yeah. Politics, man. 76 says, that's why it said that the first you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the bitches. All right? That was Brian De Palma, bro. That's Scarface. I don't listen to Scarface. You see how he ended up, huh? Salute to 76 for having a sense of humor, and you know, it is what it is. All right, we got some traction here. Oh, yep, there he is. In the private chat. All right. Let me do a microphone check, a swinging sword lecture. Let me get in here. In here. Yo. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How
sir.
are you, sir?
Salutes, man. Here, just going through the chat with the people, man. Talking our shit.
Oh, yeah. What's up to everybody on the chat? What's good? It's been a while, man. How
Yeah,
you
man.
doing?
It's been a while. Hold on. Let me make sure that I got this looking right here. Boom. What's up? How are you?
Hey, Shai,
Yeah.
you know I have mad respect for you because I feel like I'm dying over here from this COVID, and I said, let me still get on because
Yo.
I got to keep my word.
Salutes to you, man. I appreciate you for keeping your word. The Ovid is a real horrible problem to have right now. So chat, the man is sick. I don't know if y'all gonna hold that, if y'all gonna, give him any grace or not. But you know what I'm saying. The man ain't feeling well, and he still showed up. So salutes to him. Shout out Javon. Shout out Javon Clark on the subscription.
Hey, you know what? Just I'm sick of just doing a few different things, but I can't see anyone in the chat, so you're gonna have to just.
No, that's probably a good thing because you guys go on your own go your own way when.
But what's up to everyone? See how? Hopefully everyone's doing well.
Salutes. Yeah,
You ready for that fight?
Yeah, we're gonna cover that on the other channel today. I'm gonna go live watching the fight. I don't know if I'm gonna do it at home or if I'm gonna go out to do it, but I figured out. I plan on having a good time watching a good fight and enjoying it.
That's good, man.
You know.
That's great.
So again, hope you feel better very soon. I appreciate you for coming through. We'll try our best not to keep you too long.
Bro. Whatever I could do.
I appreciate you. Hopefully P will come through in a bit, but we'll start with you. How's the familia? How are you? We know you sick right now. How's Val doing? I'm sure the people want to update. As you're giving them the update, I'll just be popping up highlighting chats on the screen over here. So do your thing.
I think man, the family's good. We're all good, man. I can't complain. This little sickness is nothing. I'll be better, but Val, she has her ups and downs, but she's doing good. She's hanging in there. It's Val, so
right.
You can get through anything.
Right.
But yeah, we're good, Ben. Thanks for asking. It's I guess once we've been through the stuff like our family's been through, I think it's like we can't complain.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get through it this way, you get through it that way. Either way, you get through it.
Exactly, man. And you know what? God's grace, man. He's been merciful. So we're blessed, man. Even though we're going through these hardships at times,
Right.
We're actually celebrating a lot of milestones. I'm celebrating, graduations. So I have a lot to be proud of. But more importantly, it's just amazing I'm able to experience some of these milestones, especially with my kids.
Yeah, put y'all together, a lot of the time and in each other's face, and you get to have these experiences, which is dope. Something that y'all missed out on for a long time.
Yeah, I just feel bad because I feel like, I mean, as a parent, it's one thing, like I'm blessed to be here, but I also feel like, oh, that Val should, she's been deserving of, these situations, and she should have been here. So in a way, it's like bittersweet, but um, um, I'm just thankful, for the opportunity, and Val's always with us in spirit.
Right.
Um, yeah, but the kids, man, a lot of people are never going to know the backstories, but I think they'll be very surprised with the amazing kids. I think that we raised for sure.
Mm.
Amazing adults, to be honest. They're adults now.
Right. Yeah, salutes to them though, man. I mean, again, they get through it with the parents. They going through it, so salutes to them. I'm sure it ain't easy, but they get it done.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's like this is like the fruits of of our sacrifice and our decision.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're actually able to see them and experience them and feel them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's amazing.
That's dope. That's what's up. So what we've been talking about is the picking and choosing in the game, right? And I wanted to ask you a couple of questions again. We wait.
Hey, you know what? Before I forget, man, I want to say something. How crazy was it to see Drake's video come out with the G Unit chain?
Oh yeah, I saw the beginning of that and I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, did we instigate some shit over here?
Yeah. My son's saying that it's not the G Unit. Man, it's the G Unit chain.
It looked like the G Unit. It was the first thought that I had was it was the G Unit chain.
Because I seen 50 posted it, but it's a G Unit chain.
Mm-hmm.
The spinner.
Yeah, no, it looked like I seen him post it. Yeah, and the first I don't know second, it looks like the G Unit spinner chain to me.
Yeah, because someone real close to me that was kind of involved in both sides hit me up and said how crazy it is, that this is happening and Drake's, posting that chain and
right.
They were involved with the Drake stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's crazy coincidence,
Right. Let me ask you. You want me to ask you a couple of questions from the chat while we wait on P and get into
whatever you're comfortable with, bro.
All right, let me get in the chat real quick. There was a couple of questions here that we can knock off the table. Somebody asked what you could say about Gene Borello.
Oh yeah, we used to call him a split. It wasn't like I guess he took it as a compliment. Yeah, he's something else. But it's funny because we talked about it not so long ago. He said, I gave him his abs. I mean, I thought it was me that works for him.
Hey, you owe buddy your abs,
but
bro.
I don't think I have much to say than Gene. That's exactly the Gene I met. Like he's a little bit,
Right.
Hard-headed, like bad-tempered. But Gene,
Right. Let's see. Shout out to Not Guilty TV. Let's see this.
Oh yeah, you know what? Just I think he got the story mixed up.
Who did Gene?
That story he told. Yeah.
Which story? The story about the abs?
Nah, the story about I think he said some story about some like I don't know about AKs or I don't know what something like that. I just think he got the story
yeah. They bought a whole fucking truck of AKs or some shit. I did hear that.
Yeah, I think he got the story mixed up.
I'm looking for some usual suspect questions here. Before we get to the topic at hand, I had P in the inbox, but I lost him. Let's see.
Oh, the picking and choosing. What do you mean by that?
All right, so people like to hold this line on no snitching. People like to hold these lines about things, but again, people pick and choose. Maybe their hero does the same thing, and they don't hold it against him the way we think that they should, right? But then it gets to a point where now we're defending.
I'm sorry. You said who?
What do you mean? No, not who. Just people in general. People pick a
Mm-hmm.
side. People pick a hero. They have a hero, right? And
let's be honest. We're talking about the Chapels, the Miles, Vicentes, and so on.
Chapo, Miles, whoever the hat should fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they spoke, if they implicated, if they put somebody in, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that part. They want to hear about y'all ratted. They don't want to hear about them ratted. But to me, it goes to another level. Like I'm hearing these stories and I'm looking at these guys as PDF files. You know what I'm saying? And ex traffickers, and I feel like the people that support them don't want to acknowledge that shit or don't care.
You know what? I think that's a great point. I never I think that just goes to, me and my brother just taking accountability and not making excuses. Because you hear a lot of these people, even Italian people, well, no, it's because of this and because of that or whatever. But we never got into the backstories that we were aware of and that we were around when they were doing stuff like that. And, there's a lot of backstories. There's a lot of inside information that we had. I used to be shocked, And that being said, if you listen to Oakland Leaks, he's getting into details, like a lot of those stories, I know probably the other side of them. Sometimes I think that however he gets his information, it's like we would make a great, collabo, right? Because he has a lot of the other side of the information, right? And then I have the other side. But if you listen to his stories and you talk about, just listen to him, just think about what he's saying, is that how many times they snitch or, on their own people to get killed or other situations.
Right.
And even the meeting they had about how they wanted their sons to cooperate, and turn themselves in. And these are the big drug lords who are telling, who are insisting that their sons go do it. And then later on, all the sons that actually did it and then came home and they're still, making songs about them and stuff like that.
So that, my fault.
Yo, salute P.
Hey, Shai, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, man.
No,
I'm doing
no
good. You're not gonna believe this shit, but me and Jay are both sick right now.
Yo, that's bananas. Yo, these dudes did some twin symbiosis.
Yeah.
Over however many miles. Here, take this sickness, bro.
It's funny because I talked to him the other day and I said, man, I was traveling. And I said, yo, I got so sick. And he's like, yeah. And then 2 days later, he's like, man, I'm sick now. Oh, shit. So that's just the way it's always been.
That's hilarious.
It's been a minute, and thank you again for having us, man. I'm sorry. I've been a little hard to catch up with.
No worries, man. We appreciate the time you do give us, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man.
I want to say hello to the chat, everyone online. Say what up.
Salutes to the chat. Salutes to the chat. The chat's growing. Chat's always asking about you. They be on it looking for P. Where P
thanks everyone for always asking about the whys of our wives, man. That thank you, man. It means a lot. There's prayers, man. I feel like prayers mean a lot to us, and very fun thing for all those prayers, best wishes.
Very dope, very dope. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys, and again, my platform is here for anybody involved. So whenever you guys want to get something off your chest, y'all know where to come through. All right, we're making improvements every day. Now we got little boxes on the screen that light up when you speak, so we're good. We're working on it.
Oh, that's great. I really hope, and I want, I'm still rooting for the channel. I think we have a bunch of different things coming too. And I've been I'm talking to you about everything, Shy. So I'm like, there's a bunch of other things we could do, but for sure, I'm gonna keep supporting as much as I can.
I'm a little disappointed, man. Where are all the subscribers at, bro? You're only at 6,500. Come on, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. These guys, they hard to get. They play hard to get. All right. It'd be like
I
that.
don't understand this.
It'd
You
be
need to
like
have
that.
like some clickbait or something.
Yeah, if I'm telling you, if I faked it, I'd be a bigger YouTuber. Fact.
Yeah, it's true though. People be chasing all that fake stuff.
If I did some fake shit today,
Nah, but I agree with you. That's why no one likes us.
you ain't gonna do no fake shit.
You keep shit real. People don't like it. They don't respect it.
Let me see. Salutes to 7-6 for the $5 super chat. All right. He has a question again, twins. As per usual, it's on you whether you want to answer or don't want to answer. It's my job to read off the question. All right. It says, can you ask if they ever found any type of closure? Which this is a question that has been answered on this channel, so I'm honoring it because it's a super chat. But in the comments, we're not gonna be repeating shit that we said already. So just keep that in mind. But this one here, we'll let it ride. Can you ask if they've ever found any type of closure in regards to what might have happened to their father?
That question. I think that. I don't know about. I apologize. I don't know about closure. If closure even means anything anymore, I feel like it's something we don't talk about. Just because to everyone else it's like the story, right? Like, oh, how they want to know how we feel about it, but it's like I said it before. I feel like for me as a son, I feel like you have to understand the other side of it, that my father made the decision, and when you see someone choose that life, before his family, says everything. I don't think people think about that.
That's it. Well said. Anything else?
I mean, that's the life. This is the life this what it comes with, right? I mean, what could we do?
Facts.
I mean, some people. I mean, I don't like to question like the details. That's for sure. If that's what people wonder, but that's just what this life brings, man. I mean, if you, like I said it before, you're making any, type of money in that business, or you're relevant. It comes with all this bullshit. And my dad lived it, his whole life. So, I mean. Closure, I mean, it's like you have to move on, and think about your kids and think about the future, the kind of life you want to create for your own family.
Right.
And like even like a day like today, it's kind of hard. Besides being sick, today's my mom's anniversary. She passed away last year, so it's on our mind a lot. When I think about my mom and dad, being together finally.
Salutes to your mama, man. Salutes.
And you know what? I want to say something like, my dad was in the game like for decades, and either way, it's like, people would say, well, our decisions, cost him his life, and I would say like, we tried our best to kind of make sure we kept our whole family safe as much as possible. And it's weird because if he would have just, if something would have happened to him in the mix of us, like being in the life, like he got kidnapped twice. One time he got kidnapped for over 40 days with his 3-year-old son. That would have been okay, you get me? That would have been just fine. And I think that people don't get it,
Yeah, there it is. Now, P, were you so appreciate you 7-6. Appreciate you for your super chat. It's a thorough answer right there. Appreciate the twins for answering that question. P, did you get a chance to hear what me and Jay was talking about before you walked right in?
To be honest, I didn't, bro. I'm trying to. Today's Saturday, and I'm on daddy duty every day, so trying to make sure the kids are good at the same time. I'm trying to get on for you guys. I missed that part, bro. Sorry.
I hear you. So basically, we were talking about, what we're always talking about. We talk about the picking and choosing, and how people don't want to put any smut on the name of their heroes, even if their heroes are doing the same thing that they're talking about somebody else about. And that doesn't just go with cooperation. It doesn't just go with unaliving people. That goes with, ex trafficking. That goes with, child abuse. That goes with, minors. That goes with chomos and PDF files that nobody wants. They don't want to hear that part. They don't want to talk about
nobody.
that part.
Everybody has something to say, but it feels like a shit sandwich, bro. There's like shit in the bottom and shit all the way in the top, and in the middle you got some good people, But it's ridiculous, like when you see how dirty the game is. If it was sweet, then I would still been on the street, trying to get it. It's hard to walk away from that. I tell them, like, people don't understand. I'm trying to, make $40-50 million a year plus. Just regular dudes from Chicago getting money like that. Like, you don't just walk away because you got scared. You live like that. And like his comment of being weenies, man, then people wish they could cooperate. They invented this shit, They invented it. They play that game every single day and they abuse it. They say there's no rules in love and war, and I really figured when I decided to cooperate and change my life, shit, I thought they'd kill him. You got to get rid of your enemy somehow. The last thing I wanted was living with, with that thing over my shoulder, that they would find me one day. To me, it would be like, it's either me or them, And when people think about that, like, look at the enemies my brother and I have, and then look at yours.
It's a different story.
Yeah, you feel me? I mean, people like to comment from the outside and want to say what they would do, and I would do this, and I would do that. But it took a lot of balls to kind of, sit there, wearing a wire on their ass, thinking that this might be the end of them, But you do what you have to do. Like I said, it was a hard decision to make, and you do what you have to do.
It is what it is.
Now, if people would to say they would take a bullet for someone like Chapo or their hero like that, I mean, I feel bad for them. Like I said, it's sad because they don't know these people the way we got to know them. I'll do it for my own kids, though. In a heartbeat, I'll do it for my wife, but not for no suckers,
Right. No, and it be like that. Like people talk from places that they can't understand, and it's like you can't tell them nothing about their hero. You know what I'm saying? My hero is clean. You know what I'm saying? They want to free R. Kelly. They want to, you know what I'm saying? Just for what? Is he guilty? If he's guilty, that's where he should be. He should be in the worst place, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and then that kind of theory that people always put us like in the situation where they think like Chapo came and gave me a bag. Man, shit, he didn't put me on. I put myself on. He wasn't out there in the streets in Chicago getting it or trying shit. Risking my own life, my freedom. He didn't give me shit. We made money together. If they think that at the top it's like that, like people just come and give you some shit, like they're your friends, they're out their mind. They want to use you.
Let me get through the super chat real quick, and I got a point that I want to bring to you. The best part of Zalpa Zacatecas was my dad's friend's taqueria. Freaking miss it. Salutes to you, JFL. Appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. All right. Salutes Jorge Castillo on the $20 super chat. He said, Jay, I met Val back in '97 in Pilsen. She would cruise by in a black Navy. My girl would say, there goes La Barbie. She a bad bitch. She was a star in Pilsen. Our prayers to you and Val. Pete, free La Barbie. Hope she home soon. Jay, you still there?
He's probably on mute.
Salutes.
Well,
you done muted yourself, Jay?
Well, that's amazing. I appreciate that anyways. For that, we're praying for both the wives. I
Absolutely.
I want to say hello to my beautiful wife and just praying that she stays strong. This is probably the hardest thing we've ever lived through.
I bet.
And yes, Val was her own little celebrity.
Yeah, since he's on mute, I'll ask you. On the rundown. How are you? How's the fam? How is how's Vivi doing? Everything good?
Yeah, man, it's hard every day. Every day is something new. Thank God I get to experience what it's like to to be a dad to my children. Because things could have went south, and it was a high percentage that we wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have turned myself in and cooperated. So it's a blessing to be able to be there for my children and have them depend on me as a dad. Right now that my wife's not here, so I get to experience new things every day. The good things, bro. The things that I value the most, like being a dad, like taking them to school, picking them up, making sure they eat. Ironing their clothes.
Right.
All that. It's a huge blessing, and then being able to be there for my wife, like the way she was there for me. It's weird, man. It's just weird to be in a situation with them being in prison and the roles being like reversed.
Reversed, right?
It's I can't even explain it to you. It's crazy, but I do want to share that I did get to see her.
Okay, that's what's up.
So that was a blessing to me. God made it happen, and I can't even go into details about it yet.
No, of
But
course.
imagine what it felt like to, you know,
That's dope.
walk into a visiting room and then visit her, and then have to leave her there. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, bittersweet.
Yeah.
Well, you send her our regards, and you let her know that there's a lot of people out here rooting for her. Hopefully they both come home soon. We lost Jay, so he might have lost the connection. I'm gonna warn everybody it's raining, so just bear with me if things get funny around here. I'm gonna need to kick somebody's ass at the Xfinity. All right. Boom. I got that one.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my baby.
Salutes to
Say I love
Viv.
you.
So salutes to you, Jorge. I'll bring back your super chat as soon as Jay gets back in the building. Salutes to you. We appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Let's see what we got down here. Bow, bow, bow. So that's basically what me and Jay was talking about. How and this is the point that I wanted to bring back to you, P. People be saying things like, after all they did for them, after all he did for them, and this is how they pay him back. And I'd be like, but look at all the other shit that was being done. Or they'd be like, look at all the good things they did for those people. And I'm like, do you not understand leverage and power, and that's how this shit works, and that it's all manipulation, that none of this shit is out of love? It's not out of love, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Hell no. It's not. It's never out of love. I mean, I could say the same thing for my brother and I. Like, I try to be as kind as I could with people. I want to see everybody on top. But at the end of the day, you're making moves to benefit you, And I mean, some of them. I mean, like I said, I have a lot of respect for some of those people that we know, like good people, But the main dude at the time, man, like I said, man, I'll tell you right now, they're pieces of shit. They ain't doing nothing for you for free. And you do a business transaction with them. It's business. You give them something, they give you something, you give it back. They make, they get something out of it. You get something out of it. Where's the favor at?
There's no, yeah.
Where's the favor? Like, at the end of the day, like, you do inherit their problems and they inherit yours in a way, But that's just, like I said, you gotta. Oh man, if I could just share like every detail about the life, and open someone's eyes out there that it's all just bullshit, man. And you're just, you get there and you're like, man, like I said, what did I do in my life, That's when the fear hits you, like, what the fuck happened? How am I gonna get out of this?
Right. Again, something totally different, but just as huge. Like, how do I get out of this one?
Yeah, and then like I said, all those little dirty shit they be talking about, they would do this and they would do that. Once you start moving up the ladder and then you burn all bridges, you got enemies behind you. Like, what do you do when your enemies are in your face? Like, when you ain't got nobody to speak up for you. Or the dude you burned on the street because you were trying to be a baller, now, has a gun over your head.
Mm.
And I say my brother and I always try to, do the right thing by everybody. And I think that's what helped us, get to where we were at. But I even question that sometimes.
That if the good that if the good deeds were even part of the climb.
Yeah, like, man, it's just, I mean, obviously they were, but like my own mindset at the time, I thought doing the right thing was always going to get you the right thing. You feel me?
Mm.
And in that game, it just doesn't work that way.
Shout out Master Khalik for the $4.99 super chat. He got a question for you, P. He said if they would have just sat down for that Wisconsin case, would things be different, you think?
Well, I question that at times. Like, if I would have pled guilty to that Wisconsin case, what would it give me? 20 years? 25 years, maybe? I mean, I don't know. I mean, do the 25 years, do 20 years to come back and what, do it again?
Mm.
It's hard to be in a situation that like we're in today because I don't have the same group of people around me. I don't have, that circle of people that need you or that do anything for you because you could do something from. I have to stand here on my own and start out from fresh. How many people are willing to do that? All them dudes on the street, that's the fear. They fear letting go something that's not even theirs.
Mm.
The people around me right now are the people who really mean something.
Right.
And I don't even get to see them as much as I would like to,
Mm-hmm.
But you really have to stand on your own. You let go of that life, and now who's okay with that?
Right.
It's hard. It's a hard, place to be because you identify yourself so much with that part of your life, and then you got to, straight cut it off because it's a cancer. It's gonna kill you.
Mm.
And then you sit alone, and you like, it's weird, like to be in a situation you're alone and all that, it's just behind you. You ain't got 50 phones no more,
right?
Or 200 people waiting to do whatever you say,
Mm.
or bags and bags of money just to buy whatever you want.
Right.
It's weird, but at the same time, looking back, we were living in our own, like,
bubble,
golden cage,
Mm. Mm.
hiding, fearing for, surrounding yourself, by your own wall that you built around you,
right?
Security, limiting what, the way you live your life. It's just, it's hard to explain.
And it's safe to say that it was, it wasn't just one man or one person or one this. The whole game was the monster at the end of that shit. Like at that point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did you just say? You said it's trying to kill me.
Bro, when you at that level, man, you got jealous ass people trying to get at you. The people on the street, the cartel people, your so-called friends. Then you got the feds on you. How could you win, man?
Mm.
You get tired of it. You do.
Everybody's answer is just just do the 30 years.
Yeah, do the 30 years, and then I mean, like I said, if people feel, when I first decided to do this, I didn't think I was gonna have to give up a bunch of my guys in Chicago, people that I was super tight with.
Mm.
I thought that people that I was gonna have to make my enemies were the first ones to go, the way the cartel does it.
Mm.
But it didn't work out that way. It was something new. I never, met anyone that did it before.
Mm.
And once the feds got you, they're like, look, it ain't gonna be your way. You're gonna have to give everything up. And once you're in that situation, you're literally thinking about your own family and their security and, and their well-being over your guys, over a friend that might betray you,
Mm.
Anyways. So it's a big, think about it. I mean, you put yourself in my shoes. Like, what would you do?
We've had this conversation before. You know, again, there
I
was.
mean, I'm gonna say this. Everyone could answer this on their own because in front of everyone else, people would say what they should say in front of people, you know. But if you're gonna tell me you're gonna choose your boy over your own kids, I'm gonna question you. And I'm not crying victim. I chose to do this. I just never thought it was gonna be this dirty at the top.
Yeah, but you think about the question that we've posed before that you asked. You sent me a DM. You asked the question. We put out a poll, and what was surprising about it? It's an anonymous poll, right? And it still went left. And the question was, what's worse? Murder your friends or tell on them?
I mean, but the thing is that when you have that choice, I mean it. Like really, either you tell on them or you kill them. Like that's the two choices you have.
Right.
No, maybe this or maybe that, you know. And then you gotta wonder if they had the gun, what would they do?
Right.
And again, and that side, that's one hand. On the other hand, is your own family, your own kids that didn't want, you know, they didn't have no say over the kind of life that they were gonna be brought into. I mean, look, maybe people don't understand, but I think my brother and I, on that point alone, it hits hard for us. It has so much meaning because I grew up into this life. I didn't have a say. My dad was in prison when I came home. When I was born. I wanted a normal childhood. Who don't?
Right.
Who don't want to grow up in the suburbs and go to private school and have an easy life? But that's what we work for. That's why we hustle for it. To get out the hood, to leave that shit behind,
Hoping that the game would bring that, and the game just brought so much that you couldn't even pay attention to those things that were so important.
Yeah, you get sucked into that life and you become a character like in one of those videos, like I said, But you gotta take a step back and be like, man, that's stupid sometimes, Like, what am I doing?
No, I'm gonna do it, dog. I'm gonna take a step back and start being like them videos. I gotta do some fake shit to win, bro. That's what works around here.
Hey, look, I'm not. It does feel like all that fiction gets all the attention, And then I see it, like I said before, people out there talking about no snitching, the code of honor, always on YouTube talking about the shit. Always trying to get their story told. Why? That's not the game. The game is shut the fuck up and keep it to yourself.
Dog, the shit that I hear on the internet and the stories that they tell, and I'm like, why are they even talking about that? What?
The truth is, everybody's snitching on Diddy right now. Fuck, nobody keeps their mouth shut no more.
But see, that's something that they need to tell on his ass about. If you ain't gonna split his shit, if indeed he did anything foul with minors, if you ain't gonna split his shit, it's your place to put him somewhere.
Bro, if he tried it on you and you didn't do shit.
Come on, you gotta relax.
Bro,
all right?
If he invited you into his little private party and it was just you and him, you should
Put it this way. You know a little bit about me. Could have walked through some doors, I'm sure, right? I'm here fucking with you right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you know what I mean?
No, I got you.
It's all hypocritical, man. Like, all these people on all these interviews, like, I have a cooperation agreement. I got to come home off of me, telling my story.
They just out there exposing shit.
They just exposing shit just to be famous.
Right.
And then they want to talk about gangsters.
I don't know. I think Jay's phone exploded or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shout out JFL. Who the Twins got? Canelo or Munguia?
I mean, I think I'm a Canelo fan. And shout out to Jalpa, man. I seen that comment he made earlier. Jalpa, Zacatecas, that's our hometown. I miss it. I miss it dearly.
Salutes. All right, shout out JFL on the 499 super chat. We appreciate you, sir. 76 says being a rat does not make you a weenie.
That's not what he said earlier.
He's probably saying what was it that he said that makes you a weenie? Let me see. Or answer that question in the chat, 76. Let me see. But let me get back to these ones that I didn't hit yet. Salutes to y'all. Hit the like button, y'all. We got over 100 concurrent viewers in here. 65 likes. Make it match. Make it make sense. All right? We hanging out. Saturday night, we're going to be covering the Canelo fight on the other channel. I don't know if you know, P. I got a new channel, a combat sports channel, where people get to watch my reactions to the fight. They watch me watch Ryan Garcia cheat, and we had a good time.
Man, Shy, I want to tell you I'm sorry, man, but I've been missing
I know.
out
I'm
on
sure.
all the videos.
I'm sure. That's why I'm filling
Bro,
you in,
life
bro.
is hard, like with the kids and doing, my new business and everything we do is just it's time consuming. I barely get a chance to sleep some days.
You feel like you get in the swing of shit though, like you got your little system set up, how you do shit.
I mean, I'm trying my best. I pray about it every day to for God to give me strength. But like with my wife not being here, she's a size 5 in shoe, but they're humongous, bro. I can't fill those shoes. I try to, take her place with my children, and I feel like I fail every day. But I'm trying. They're still alive. Something she likes to say.
Amen.
Hey, I didn't lose them.
Right.
That's what she would tell me.
Hey, I congratulated my sister when every time the kid turned a year old, hey, kid's still alive, it's fed, it's taken care of, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, and it's a blessing to do all these things. Even at their age now, I get to like kind of feel what I missed out on for so long. Like those little things where they depend on me. And I'm going to the meetings at school and trying to feel comfortable around other parents, and it's weird how the simple things are like hard for others. Like for me, the things that people take for granted every day.
Right.
I'm trying to cheer my daughter on that dance, telling her not to miss a step. Imagine that.
Right. Hey, gotta be the encouragement, gotta be the little boost of confidence, all that shit. When daddy freaking out himself.
Yeah, for sure. I gotta be yelling, arms up, mija.
Did you guys? This is Danilo Joker. Salute to him. He said, "Did you guys ever meet Gennaro Garcia Luna?"
No, I didn't.
I figured.
I'm not sure my brother did, but I don't see him being out there. I don't see him being exposed to everyone.
Yeah.
Like the people who knew him were the people at the top. There was no need for them to let the whole world know who was there.
Right. As long as we were able to have this conversation and make these injustices happen.
Yeah.
Where's
Crash Out going?
Crash Out think the fight more important than what we're talking about over here now.
Okay, the fight's on already? Okay.
Salutes to Crash Out. Nah, it's too early for the fight, I think. Depending where they at, though. Way early. Shout out to Michelle Almodovar Uribe. When I lived in California, I was a bookkeeper for a friend that owned a car lot. Money was good till he got raided, and I changed careers and became a CEO. I'm glad you guys are out of that. Lots of respect.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And good luck to you, and I hope you're safe out there.
Salutes to Michelle. We appreciate you. That's a crazy story right there, boy. Should change careers. All right. Salute Peter. Peter, there's no text on this super chat, but if there's something missed, let me know. We'll get to it. Salutes to you for your $4.99 super chat. Thank you and Michelle. We appreciate you. All right. Crash Out's bailing on us. Crash Out's out there. That's what happened. El Señor del Sombrero. I don't even know what that means.
Maya Zambada.
Matamigos. But let's 408. It's business. Everything has to make money. So another question that they asked: Did you guys spend time or have any Azul stories?
No, I did not. I know his nephews, and I met his son, and that's about it.
Okay. All right.
I know he was a man though. Still.
He was the man, you said?
Yeah, of course. He's been, around forever,
Right.
Well respected, and he was known as a peacemaker,
Just keep it together, keep the money flowing.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Again, it looks like we lost Jay, y'all, but that's okay. We'll put him on the hook. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep him on the hook. We got him. All right. Salutes to P. I appreciate P for his time. Everybody, make sure that you guys, Appreciate these guys' time that they give to us, man.
Gotta be safe at the parties, man.
Yeah, don't be wilding out.
Mm.
Right? I was telling them today. I came back. They named Keystone and Fullerton after my homeboy today in honor of him.
That's amazing, bro. I heard you say that.
Yeah, crazy story. You hear about somebody getting killed in your hood, and you think it's the normal, everyday, average shit. This turned out to be some lunatic from the burbs that smoked somebody at the bus stop on Fullerton and Pulaski, ran over to the levee, the bar, right down the street on Keystone and Fullerton, gunned up to somebody that I believe to be as close to a saint as you can get in this city. You know what I'm saying? Somebody very important to a lot of people. The kind of guy that I have, from badass gangsters all the way down to the computer nerds at his funeral type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that guy murdered him and took his car. Murdered him there, took his car, murdered the kid on Fullerton Pulaski. Took my homeboy's car, went to Wisconsin. They tried to corner him. They sent the dog after him. He popped the dog in the dome. The dog survived. And now they've been holding him out there, trying to get justice for this dog. And he got 2 murders to answer for here. So it was.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it's sad to hear about your boy, man. And
yeah, it was a heavy
when
moment.
you say like they honor him with with the honorary street name. I mean, that's big. That's the kind of regrets I have. Like I wish I could leave there's still opportunity for me to rewrite my legacy and leave something positive for my kids, and that's something I'm gonna work hard for every single day.
Right.
It ain't something like when you just live in the normal world and you step away from that life. You try to hide this shit as much as you can. Ain't no pride in this. Around your kids and their friends and their schoolmates and
It's kind of hard for me to ask because it's like it's weird. Like, do you have moments or a 24-hour period? And it's kind of hard because of where your wife is right now. You know what I'm saying? But do you have a 24-hour period where you could if nobody brings it up to you, you ain't thinking about what happened over the last 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think you know what.
Is that
Thank God for the opportunities that I've been given, but like I feel like I'm on the grind the same kind of way, and maybe I don't feel the past with me, but I still feel like I'm doing new things, a lot of things that I'm more proud of course, today, So I'm working, just doing something different,
Right.
And it kind of feels similar in some ways,
Oscar Chavez, go ahead.
Now there's days where I do want to just really put it behind me. Like we go sometimes I feel like I went weeks without talking about the story, So that's why I'm a little rusty.
But I'm saying though, in that time, are you able to live and not just like I said? It's hard because your wife is in prison to forget, but those moments in time where you've grinding and you hustling, you're not even you're in the moment and not even conscious of the past,
Yeah.
where you can forget it for a moment.
No, I think I do. I think I put it behind me at times. But the reality of my wife not being here and like waking up every day knowing that why she's away, and for something like that to happen to someone like Viv, man, it's really sad and disappointing. And I'm not saying like she's a victim. It's just you make decisions, while you're just I don't know, like just you make foolish decisions and then you have to pay for it.
Right.
But that's hard, bro. Like somebody in my eyes that I feel like completely innocent. All she did was marry the wrong person and look where she's at, And so it's hard to forget that part, Right. I guess what I'm saying is that all the negative stuff kind of stays with you,
Right. Yeah. Fucking blows.
Jay said he's gonna need 10 minutes.
What's that?
He's gonna need 10 minutes.
Okay. What's a normal childhood? Let's see right here. All right, getting to the bottom over here. We got a super chat from Peter. Shout out Peter for the $9.99 super chat. He said, "What up though, Jay? No, we talking to P right now. Last time I said what's up to you, I got shot bad. Yeah, P. Peter, meet Peter. Peter came in here.
What's up, Peter?
He came in here, want to say what's up to you. He came in my house, want to say what's up to your brother first, man. Didn't even acknowledge me when he walked through the door. I had to motherfucking check him real quick. You know what I mean?
Woody, what up?
Let's see.
Okay. About Hollywood.
Okay, there we go. But Pete be low key. He don't ever come in the message room. So I'm gonna say to Pete, "What up, Wody?" And was Hollywood your biggest customer?
Man, Hollywood was. I can't say he was my biggest customer, but he was one of the closest people, to me. That's for sure. When it comes to like my customers, my friends, Cali was up there. I think I talked to him at least, every single day of my life since 1999 probably. And it's sad and it hurt that happened to him. He was a good dude. At the end, things went south and a lot of things I was hurt by a lot of things that he did, and I'm sure he was hurt by some of the things I did, but no matter what, I wish he was, alive today. The crew that I had was like my main dudes always. There's a couple dudes that are still out there now, but like Callie and Mike were like one of the dudes I talked to every single day, and we just bullshitted, And then, we just like had a relationship outside the business, So, it's sad that happened to him, but he wasn't my biggest customer. But he was a man, though. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
any cool stories? Any cool Cali stories?
Cali was in a league of his own. He loved, like letting people know what he had, and he was super fly, bro. That's why we named him Hollywood. And he had it like custom, clothes made, and he didn't want to be like no one else. If someone had a car, he'd, just like his, he'd sell it, I mean, he's super unique about the things he had, and he was deep into the real estate game, like deep, since maybe before I even started working with him, he already had, properties everywhere.
Right.
But I'll tell you this, the first time I meet him through one of my associates that end up telling on us. And we meet him at the mall. And I remember I'm going to sell him four birds, cash. And he pulls up and he got like a fur coat or something and his Cartier glasses. And he's in a white Rover. And I bring the bag and he, like, hold on, before I give you the bag, let me check him. And he sits there while we're in the parking lot and he's opening every bird up. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to sit here and do this shit, And I was annoyed by him, though. Like, I actually didn't like him, Because he was like, man, I don't want to fuck up my money with you, But we ended up getting super tight, not too long after that.
That's a lesson that, you could have blown that up that night and been so annoyed that business was affected, but.
Yeah, I mean, but he was taking care of his business, but just imagine him in his fur coat and glass, like, hold on, and he's sitting in his Rover,
Mm-hmm.
Like he was playing that big part, like to the fullest. And I miss him for sure, man.
Salute. Rest in peace, Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stories. Like I said, he one of the dudes who come down to Mexico and see me all the time, And whenever he came, he never came empty-handed. He's the kind of dude you'd be like, hey, get me a watch or give me a Rolex, give me a new watch, and he'd come with some custom ass shit, that nobody else had.
Right. Salutes, Rilo, on the $2 super chat. Rilo, I don't see no question here. If you got any questions, let me know. Jorge Castillo said, Pete, one thing you can go back and change, what would it be? It's a hard thing to narrow down, huh? To one thing.
I mean, there's just so many things. I mean, I don't know. I think that when it comes, I guess some of those questions always come down to something personal, like just being closer to my family or to my dad, or like just avoiding, a lot of the dumb shit that I did. I can't really bring it down to one thing, man. I wish I could have, saved my wife from a lot of the heartache I caused her. That's for sure.
Right. Salutes, appreciate it. Let's see. Not guilty said y'all should have just fled to Dubai or somewhere without extradition. We've had that
Everyone says
conversation.
that.
Yeah.
It sounds good till they get your ass back here. And again, I tell everyone, my question was always like, what would you regret if you were sitting in a cell looking at a life sentence? What would you have done differently? And Shadak, I want to tell you, before I got into the game, I didn't have a wife like that. I didn't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give a shit, bro. It felt like that, what you say all the time, like suicide, like whatever happens, happens,
Yeah.
And
reckless abandon.
yeah, what do you got to lose? Nothing. You go to jail, so what? You don't have nobody,
Who am I hurting?
who you hurting? Like, nothing. Nothing's gonna, it doesn't feel like it get much worse until you start living your life differently, and you care about people, or you let them into your life, and you start having shit, Well, half them dudes in prison, you go to prison, they happy, bro. They laughing, they playing basketball. I say all the time, they ain't had shit on the street, so they happy in prison, bro. They get to play basketball in prison, do the same shit they were doing at home, on the street. Drink, smoke. To them, like, it's okay,
Right.
I mean, I think that's for goofies when you just sit in prison saying, like, it's a good place to be. Knowing that at the end of the night, when they close those doors, that you want to cry. Get into them 10 years sentences, or even 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and time just going by and life goes on without you. It's not easy, man.
That's the thing, and people, and it's an age thing too with a lot of people. Listen, I promise y'all, get a little bit older. Time is going. Forget the hourglass is broken. Time is just flying. You look at a kid that you love, your kid or whatever. It's 3 years old, and you turn around and look back, and the kid's 7, and the kid knows how to talk and put together thoughts, and it's like, wait a minute, when did this happen?
That's what I'm saying. Shai, I know you don't have kids, but think about when your kids need you, bro. Like, think about them, that you bring them into this world, and they depend on you to give them to be there for them, to provide for them, to protect them, to teach them, and you're not there for that. They suffer, they feel lonely, they have, they depend on you when they come home from school, they have a problem, you're supposed to be teaching them things about life, and you're not there. Now you're hurting them in the long run. Now, because you weren't there, now they on YouTube and shit, TikTok with their fake ass, their pistols and the fucking, clapping pistols together.
Bruh, I'll tell you a true story. Shot a video for a dude. I was directing videos at the time. And I watched these dudes pass around, about 30 dudes, pass around a single old rusty revolver, boy. And pass it around and pass it around and pass it around to each other all over the video. And then the main rapper come to me and tell me, hey, man, I need you to cut it so I'm the only one holding the hammer. And I'm like, bruh, in every shot in this video, somebody else held that hammer. Y'all sitting here with one gun looking crazy, just trying to lie to everybody that's going to watch this video. No, I can't edit that, bro. I'm straight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I tell you, Shai. I look at that shit, everybody following a trend of fake gangster, Like, that shit easy. You pull the trigger, that shit easy, man. That shit don't impress me. Like, I seen kids do that shit. Everybody doing the same thing. Can't stand on their own 2 feet. Got a gang of motherfuckers with you,
Right.
Like, it's just weird to see how fake the shit is,
It's crazy.
And they ain't even really doing shit, bro. They ain't even about no, And I say that shit about this, the stuff that comes up all the time about the case shit. Man, the motherfuckers who did that to them are alive, breathing. Miss me with that shit. You want to go after people that, they're easy targets for you, Man, do something. Where the boys at, all the people crying for him, saying good dude or this and that, man, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Pay attention, y'all. Don't let it go over your head.
What was that?
I'm talking to the chat to pay attention. Don't let it go over their head, what you just said.
No, but you feel me, Shot? I'm
Yeah.
saying, where them dudes at? Where the dudes that have tattoos of him on their chest and shit, you know? What they do? Nothing. They take care of his kids? Nope. It's all talk, you know what I mean? That's the kind of boys you want to leave behind, bro. You want to give your life for some dudes to treat you like that? Just say your name when they on a show or just because it sounds good.
If nothing else, this is a stay out the game cautionary tale that needs to be.
Hell yeah, it is. I'm not saying like I'm, you know, at the end of the day, I tell you like, man, I wasn't like happy about my brother's decisions. I'm gonna say that when it came to K, you know. But trust me, man, that man would have done that shit 10 times over.
Would have done what?
Took your girl in a heartbeat. He would have stepped over you to take your girl while you're laying there fucking bleeding out.
Shout out Luis
So
Garcia.
if that's someone's hero, bro, go ahead, suckers. You know?
Shout out Luis Garcia for the $4.99 super chat. He says since cannabis is legal in some states, are you guys still able to own that type of business? I would doubt that. No.
To be honest, I think that coming home in like my spiritual walk, I kind of just said I wanted to leave everything that causes people pain behind me, dog. Like no clubs, no drinking, no smoking stuff. You know, just do something different. You know, and that's why I would stay away from it. I think my brother might feel different about it, but you know, it still brings problems, bro. You know,
Right.
Imagine. I always wonder how they don't get stuck up more than cannabis shops, you know?
It's crazy that it's like it's just a crazy thing to see when you're used to doing it one way. It's a crazy thing to just walk into a spot and all I can do when I'm in there is look for the weaknesses in the system because it's just in my nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I say all the time, and I be mad as shit because I be thinking all them thugs on the street. Look, man, people went to jail, put in the work for selling weed on the corners. And selling, you know, and then here comes some fucking white dude, puts a fucking cannabis store right in your hood. If that was me, I'm just saying, like, you're so-called, like, that dude on the street calling shots, and I'll burn that motherfucker down and be like, you can't do that here, you know?
And here's the thing, it ain't nobody from that neighborhood that's going to be able to get the license to put up that store.
That's my point. I'm saying, why are you going to let him do it?
Right.
It's just weird to me like that. It's like, I don't know, but I guess they're too busy doing fucking thug videos to even pay attention to that.
Right. With one gun.
Yeah. But you feel what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna people? I don't know. I don't see. I don't understand it. You know. Then again, Shy, you know, my respects for everybody who smokes and that's not what I ever did. You know. I never like got into any kind of drug like that. So.
Shout out Lexani the Don. I don't even know what he's talking about, but he says, Saludos from Cali. Chicago fools need to identify as Chicano and get with this movement. Stop making excuses. I don't know what that means. Salutes.
Man, no excuses. I'm a Chicano. No excuses. I'm sure there's a lot of people, you know, our culture just, you know, it's a little different in Chicago. That's for sure.
He's
you know?
a Chicagno. Chicagno. All right. Let's see. Shout out Eddie Ramirez. Hold on. What the fuck is it? Eddie Jimenez. I lost it for letting me know that there's 2 fights to the main event. Appreciate you. All right, so many names in here. Shout out JFL. Appreciate you. Let me make sure I didn't miss any supers down here. Here we go. We got Peter right here. And I'm at the bottom of the chat. Let's get to Peter real quick and I'll back it up. Let's see. Shout out Peter for the $9.99 super chat. That's real talk, Pete. My right hand man went to prison. I visited him, put money in his books. He came home and gave him $25K. Welcome home. He told my girl about your girl and started banging my girl. It'd be like that. Took the L.
Damn. Yeah. Look, no matter what, salutes for him doing the right thing, you know.
Right.
But
if you do the right thing, waiting for it to be recognized, you'll be waiting forever.
Yeah, I mean, but look, like I could tell you, I did 100,000 good things for people, but at the end of the day, like I said, I cooperated, so that doesn't wash it away, you know. And it's just part of that life, you know. I still have friends I grew up with that were not in the game that I could still talk to today, and they were just simple, you know. And that means something to me, you know what I mean? When I think like there's no money involved, there's no funny stuff between us, you know, no illegal activity, and you know, you have a relationship with people for over 30 years. Like, I always feel like, man, I should have, nurtured those relationships more, you know?
Mm. Shout out Michelle. She said, man, this shit is good. Salutes to you, Michelle. Appreciate you.
But, Shy, again, people don't want to hear that shit, bro. People don't want to hear what I'm saying. They want to hear all that fake shit. Everybody, like, if you look the part, everyone's like, yeah, you know? Thug life. Man, Tupac wasn't even a thug, bro. They be following that shit like it's real.
Hold on, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Gotta relax on Pac around here. Gotta relax.
Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying.
I think Pac is the perfect example of what I preach often: the duality of man. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is that I appreciate that he could tell the story and like maybe preach for the people who like he's a vessel for it. Mm-hmm. But was he really on the street doing it, bro?
I mean, when you listen to the guys that was really on the street doing it, talk about it, they tell you where he was at and what he was doing. Like, this is a new trip that I don't even understand, because I always saw it and understood it with him. Like, this is a man that didn't know that they were off-duty cops, but shot two white men beating up a black man. Like, that he did that. Like, these rappers ain't doing that shit. These rappers is killing their friends in the car. You know what I'm saying? Driving around with them and beating the trial. You know what I'm saying? I think there was it's like even Fat Joe says it. And that's a guy that doesn't give nobody props. And he's like, every time I saw this dude, he was doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that I know that was there, that was with him, that seen him, for his oldest people, you know what I'm saying? To the Shock G's, to the Money B's, to those guys will tell you who this guy really was. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was out there. He was a kid with nothing. He came from a crack home. Like, I think we've given him a bad rap over this, and I think it's continuing to happen over time. I got a dude that I respect a whole lot that's on my Facebook channel, a dude that I know. You know what I'm saying? And he constantly just defaming the man's character, and I'm like,
maybe he is shy. Maybe, like I said, I don't know his full story. I wasn't there with him, but I mean, maybe he was that.
He might be a lot of people who weren't. You know what I'm saying? Just a bad example.
Hey, I'm gonna need a timeout, okay, bro? 1 second, all right?
Yeah. Do your thing. All right, salute y'all. Give me an update on the fight. What's popping? Get them lights up. I appreciate y'all. Is everybody having a good time? Let's get hundreds up in the chat. Hundreds up in the chat. Is we playing games? What are we talking about here? All right, I'm gonna get to these super chats ASAP. All right, we just did Peters, and we're about to get to JFL's as soon as he gets back. They asked that question already, JFL, and the answer was no, they did not meet Garcia Luna. Right? Salutes Jonathan Pantoja on the check-in. Salutes Shot Ill, Twins, and all the committed people in the chat. I apologize for being late. No worries, man. I got Jay texting me. He gonna be back in a minute. We just trying not to miss the fight on the other channel, so I'm looking for the live updates. Y'all keep me posted what's going on in here. Junior said, imagine Chopper watching this. Junior, tell me what you think he'd think. Huh? You think he'd be mad at me for calling him out for being with underage girls, or he just don't give a shit and that's part of his culture? Tell me. I appreciate it. Answer this one. That was for you. I was asking you that, Junior. Appreciate you. All right, I'm going to go back, try to get through some of these chats. I threw the chat up there so that we can see it. Shout out JFL. He asked the Garcia Luna question. He said, nah. He said he don't think that dude would have just been around on a rancho having meetings over there and shit like that. And if he was, things were quiet. But we asked him that. All right. Salutes Goth on the check-in. Salutes Eddie Jimenez. Chuck Chingo said, good live, Shy. I like Pete. He's real. God Beauty said, what fight? Canelo versus Munguia. Well, how close are we, y'all? Let me know. Chucky said, reminds me of myself. Are thou tooting thou's own horn right now? Shout out JFL. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. If you got another question, since that one was already asked, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll get it asked. Michelle said Diddy abused women. That's enough. Period. That too. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta make victims, if your freaky shit gotta make victims, there's no place for you, son. There's no place, nothing safe for you. Shout out Ryek on the check-in. I appreciate you. Right, boom, 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 boom. Did El Chapo speak the English? I don't know. Maybe he just knew. Give me some choncho. Maybe that's all he knew.
Hey, I'm back, man. My fault, bro.
Salutes, P. I'm trying to get an update on this fight. Twins are harder than Chapo and Chapitos. They're from the streets of Shy. Those cats would have been chumped out. Yeah, I don't know how rich cartel kids live. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, my fault, bro. You hear me?
Yeah, we good. No worries. Am I holding you up?
No, I just had to say hello to wifey real quick.
That's what's
my
up,
baby.
Man. Salutes. All right. Anybody know how close we are to the main event? Anybody out there know? Let me see. And you know what, Zorada has something here that I missed. There's a couple that I want to go back on. Feel free to, if you got anything on your mind, to speak that shit, P, as I scroll through here.
I want to say what's up to Bill, man.
Oh, shout out Billy
My
Finnegan
man.
on the check-in. I peeped him in here somewhere. Boom. We got that. I love this new little setup here where it grays out the shit that I've already. Pretty dope. Trying to make shit better. I'm going to get a soundboard in here. I ain't got but one sound right now. Y'all want to hear it? I got one sound on the soundboard, y'all.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. It is the great... Let me see if it'll even connect. Oh, no. Looks like a connection problem. All right. The stream is looking good. It rains real hard over here. I was hoping that wouldn't ruin everything. Michelle said, I'm retired now. Did 16 years as a CO? Wildin'. Congratulations. Stay home. Chill out. Chicago Fools, you Chicano too. Whatever you say, bro. The house in Mexico, do you guys miss it? Somebody asked if you missed the millions of dollars, but I think anybody missed the millions of dollars. Do you miss, but you don't miss what came with it. So,
I miss everything about Mexico. I think that I'm enjoying this new journey I'm on, and just doing things different. I respect the people who work 9 to 5s and making things happen for their family. At the end of the day, it's hard to do that. Just to go to work every day and just do the right thing. When you ain't making millions of dollars every day. So my respects to the working man. That's for sure.
Salutes. All right, y'all in the chat. I'm still trying to get to y'all. Let me get these supers real quick. Shout out IB. There's nothing here. So if you had a question attached, just drop it in the chat. Salutes IB.
And not to get you out, but bro, there's Chapo videos everywhere. No, he didn't speak English, bro. I mean,
he didn't speak no English.
I mean, you would tell, like, my recordings out there that he spoke English. I would have been talking to him in English.
Eddie Jimenez says, still 2 more fights away from the main event. Perfect. All right, so shout out IB. If you got a question, drop it in the chat and I'll get to it. Appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. Guillermo Rivas, $2 super chat. We appreciate you, sir. Also, you said, how do I interact with you guys? This is how you do it. If you couldn't put the question in, he said, I'm actively being charged every comment. Yeah, what are you trying to do? You're not getting charged per comment. You might be hitting the wrong button. I'll figure out how to refund you if you want that, and we'll figure that out. I don't know how to do it right now, but we'll figure that out. Salutes to you. Don't leave no more comments. But since you paid, ask the question in the chat. Hopefully it doesn't charge you again. You should be good. Let's see. I want to get to one of the usual suspects here. Let's get up over here. There did that. Pizza Soldier, been through some hell. God bless. Sorada said, keep your head up, P. Being a parent is the hardest job in the world, let alone having to be mom and dad.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's also like the most rewarding. That's for sure.
Jose Chavez asked, how deep did you roll at the height of your game in Mexico?
What do you mean? How deep?
How deep? I guess if you had, 700 pickup trucks behind you.
Nah, honestly, you don't want to always do that, bro. Like, you don't need that. You need 20 dudes, tops.
20
You don't
dudes.
want to, like, you want to try to keep it low key, Like, you want attention, then you do that, bro. Like, look at me,
Look at me. Right.
But you want to try to, if you have to, unless there's a reason for it, you want to try to keep it simple,
Right.
I like to tell everybody that, I'd get tired of all the, like, you get burned up real fast. Like, you got a unique car, and it's just like anywhere. And the cops start putting you over, and you try to play it off, and then they start like recognizing you, like they know how you look, and that's like a huge mistake, And I remember I went and we used to buy these like little Nissan X Trails. They're like they only sell them in Mexico. They're like 23 grand, fully loaded. We get like 7, 8 of them at a time. And bro, when I used to drive that, nobody even looked my way. Just try to keep it simple, low key, just move around, just try to, avoid the trouble.
Right. There was a question earlier about a McLaren. You know anything about a McLaren or the white Lambo? They said that Oakland League, something that Oakland League was talking about.
I seen the story about the McLaren. I think it was like on Discovery Channel and stuff. And Chapo doesn't like strike me as one of them kind of car guys like that. So I didn't believe it was his, But I guess they know whose car it was.
Okay. Not Guilty TV said, big up P. He said,
what's up, man?
I chat to Ivan. Do you have any messages for him?
To who?
Ivan. Ivan.
Oh, to Ivan? Oh, man. Be safe out there, bro. Like, when the shit hits the fan, he's going to be on my side. If they let him, if they give him a chance to.
Let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, he's talking about Chapo's son, right?
Yeah. Muchas gracias, Pete and Jay. You guys are top notch in my book. I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, your boss didn't deserve your loyalty.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Jose Chavez said, do they leave the tourists alone if they buy a vacation home in Quintana Roo out in Cancun? Sounds like a personal question, Jose. Salutes, though.
Nah, I mean,
after it, bro.
All the tourists are safe in Mexico for the most part, Bro, there's millions of people who travel there every, year probably, and everyone's good. You go doing some bullshit, you're going to be in trouble.
You don't want to be in trouble there. 773-707, you had a question, but I kind of don't want to ask that question because that would have to implicate other people's names and shit. I'm straight. Let's see. You guys are legends. Hang in there. God bless. My respect. A lot of people ask this question about you, P, and a lot of the times I can look at it and say, are they being nosy? Are they concerned? But like Not Guilty TV said right here, he said the life destroyed my family as well. The PTSD from the game is messed up. And usually your name comes up and people wonder and ask, you know what I'm saying? How does P hold up when it comes to, the things that he's experienced in his life? And my answer to them usually it's like, it's like everything else. You do what you got to do to get through it, What can you tell us?
Man, the trauma is real. It stays with you. I pray hard, man, for God to help me, man, to soothe away some of those things that I deal with. And just for that peace, because, man, sometimes you get the anxiety or that you can't fight it, and you don't know why it's there, but you gotta just look back and be like, just the life, and it's you struggle, I guess, every day, and I guess that's the reason why I try to put some of this like to the side in my life, not to like expose myself so much to it at times,
Right.
to kind of like just be able to you know function,
Right.
day to day. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people out there. You carry that kind of stress, and it does stay with you.
Right. Um.
I mean, people. That's why people self-medicate.
Right.
Imagine you didn't smoke, bro. How would you be every day?
He's smashing shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing, like, I'll wait all day, but I tell you what, I tell you where it helps me. When I feel like smashing shit, that shit just reels me back in, gets me focused, and I keep moving.
I guess, yeah. From being in those situations, though, you think about like anyone who has been in prison or been in done the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it could be hard when your family is going through something. You can't be there for them, and the anxiety you feel.
Right. Right.
And it tends to want to like creep up with you, where you're almost like reliving that for no reason.
Mm.
And that's an issue that I got to deal with.
Right. So far, so good, bro. Somebody said ask about the plane ride with Beltran Leyva. What is that? Does that ring a bell?
Ask about the what?
The plane ride with Beltran Leyva.
I'm not sure what they're talking about.
Yeah, see, that's just. Let me see. I believe. Shout out to the usual suspect, Mr. Eddie Jimenez. He said, "Bro, ask if they know who supplied BMF. Was it a Mexican cartel?" I believe we had this conversation before. I don't recall the answer.
Yeah, I think it'd be wrong for us to speak on really who supplied them, because we don't know. We could, guess.
Ask the twins if they went to the strip club, men's club in Jalisco, Guadalajara.
Yeah, it was called the Gentleman's Club.
English like that? Gentleman's Club?
No, I mean, there is a lot of them, but the main one was on Lázaro Cárdenas, I believe. Oh, no, or Lopez Mateo. Was it Lázaro Cárdenas? And it had like you could park your car like in the back, inside the, VIP, like, and you walk right into the VIP room.
Mm.
It's one of the nicest places I've ever been to. Like when it comes to strip clubs.
Nice classy joint. Shout out Vicente. He said, "Is there any truth to the Rolling 60s stealing work from Chicago, and the Mexicans was gonna fight the 60s?"
I don't even know about that, man.
There you go. People got their lore out there. Junior said, "Pete, would you ever do a movie about y'all's lives? Would love to see it. That's something we spoke about in the past, and in the works. Many things in the works that
whatever opportunities come our way, and it's not easy to get these things done.
Not at all.
And it takes time.
Facts. Goth Beauty said, "Yo, Shayo, I'm late, but I'm here. Never late. Replay gang. You good?" It's not like y'all made a decision to live that life in the first place. But they made their decisions along the way, to be fair. Okay, was Hollywood biggest on the west side? We answered if he was the biggest. He said no.
In the west, he was from the south side, so he's not from the west side.
There you have it.
I think my man Frank or Doug was probably the biggest people out there in the west side. Shout outs to them, wherever they may be. My man Meatball's out there probably still.
Trying to get through this chat here. All right, we're getting closer. Ask him about the cars, the Lambo. We asked that already. Ask him about La Barbie. What about him? We had these conversations already. Zoraida said, primero un gran respeto por lo que hicieron por su familia, sus hijos. Lo agradecerán. How many times did you guys visit Triángulo Dorado? Is that where they took not Jay? Is that where they took P when he was snatched?
Gracias, first of all. I always say thank you for those prayers. To be honest, we've been up there just when we would go visit the people there, you know? That's their main hideout. But no, when I was snatched, they had me somewhere in the mountains of Jalisco and Zacatecas.
Shout out to you, Zoraida. I appreciate you. Shout out to Alexis on the subscription. Thank you. William Palmer said, what was the craziest ranch you were ever at?
Man, I can't even pinpoint like one. But you know what I love to see always when we're take little rides with people was like their agriculture ranches, you know, where they're growing stuff. You know, guayaba fields. You have to get on a plane for them to show you their whole land, and cattle ranches, you know, with thousands and thousands of heads of cattle. And you're amazed by how much land someone could own like that, you know, and they're making money, you know, they got legit businesses, you know.
Right.
And for two city boys, like when you see something like that, you know, you're amazed for them to have those, like, you know, to have the whole process. Sometimes, you know, I've seen them, you know, growing fruit and packaging it and canning it, you know, and it's a whole process to see, you know. It was always amazing to me. Bro, for someone, you know, you get on a plane with someone and be like, look at all these land's mine. And, you know, he's pointing, you know, somewhere out there. You're like, wow, you know?
Yeah. When you gotta get a plane to get a real idea of what they're working with, then, you know, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, and you see how beautiful it is. It reminds me of Yellowstone a lot, you know?
Big, vast land, mountains on the side, all that good
stuff. And crazy cattle. And you're like trying to think, man, every head of cattle cost, you know, $2,000-$3,000. Who knows, you know? You're like, man. You know, my man, El Animal had like one of the biggest avocado fields in Colima, Michoacan, making a killing, bro. Legit money. You know, that's impressive, man, when you see their kind of, you know, the properties they have.
Now, let me ask you, once they have these businesses in play, there's still no getting out the game.
Nope.
Yeah. Just like Lupa said right here, Shai, the thing is, everyone knows how their life ends, and yet they still played, then flipped, can't go anywhere in public.
I'm sorry, I missed that, bro.
Lupe said, Shai, the thing is, everyone knows how that life ends, and yet they still played, then flipped. Can't go anywhere in public.
I go everywhere in public, bro.
You have it.
I mean, yeah, it's part of the game. I don't know if you're trying to shame me into saying something like, yeah, I'm home, bro. I'm with my family. That's all that matters to me.
Junior said the twin stories need to be made into a movie. I would definitely watch it, or a TV series. Their life is crazy. Well, stay tuned to this channel, Junior, because we're going to let you know when it's on and it's popping. Shout out Rilo. He said a lot to learn from this story. This is legendary, and it's going to change lives. Salute.
I hope so, man. I hope that there's people out there listening that could just wake up and just, I'm not saying what path to take, but rethink it. That's for sure. It's borrowed time. You're renting that life, you know. That car you have, that shit ain't yours. That shit's the government's. You know, them watches and shit, you're going to sell them for, 20 cents on the dollar when you need that money. When that lawyer, that watch you have on, and that jewelry, those earrings, that's the lawyers. You just don't know it yet.
That's the lawyers.
That girl is, them girls you be messing with, that's somebody else's girl.
Lupe said, I beat life twice, ended up doing 15 years, and can walk the streets in peace with my head high.
I mean, yeah. I did 14 years. I'm home. I beat probably 10 life sentences. I'm home. I got to, enjoy the life. I don't think there's too many people from the streets that could say they were making $40-50 million plus a year. And I'm home and, just trying to get my life back together. And there's nothing he could tell me that's going to, make me feel different about my situation. That's for sure. He ain't lived my life. You must have did a lot of time fighting those two, those life sentences. It was probably for some bullshit ass gang activity. You probably shot somebody in a drive-by or some bullshit, It wasn't about nothing, that's for sure. Homie sent you off, bro.
Chucky says, some of the biggest I've seen were simple ranchers. You would never know. It's the art of not being seen.
Nah, yeah, for sure. The ranchers, man. Like I said, back in the day, it was all ranchers. They were getting that money, putting it back into their, buying land and, buying shit that lasted. You see Rafael Caro Quintero's story. Like, when I was down there, and it was weird to hear people comment like, oh, that was all, Rafa's land. Lots going for 500 grand, and he owned thousands of acres. Imagine that. A lot, 500 grand. All that shit was his, built up like a suburb.
People that don't got it always want to take it from someone and put the credit to somebody else. That's not his land, it's him. He's not the real boss, it's him. Shy ain't the real guy on the pocket, it's his producer. I don't have a producer, motherfucker. I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are so quick to do this shit over and over. And this is why I wanted to have the conversation. This is why, I talk to a lot of our people, and they have these alliances, and they've chosen these sides, and I'm like, either side is filthy. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's not his land, it's the other guy's. Why it can't be his land? Because people just want to talk.
It's weird. Like I said, everybody could bite into some like weird little viral video and believe it for truth, And from my point of view now, everything I see is suspicious to me. I can't, I don't believe nothing no more, No doubt. I just read Not Guilty TV's comment. You're right. I ain't lying about that. I've been through it. I've seen it,
Oh, I haven't gotten that low yet. I'm not in the chat. I got Matthew McKinnon here. He said, can you guys tell us about any encounters you had with any of Chapo or Mayo's sons? Some of those guys are the ones in charge in Mexico now. Thanks, Shael. Salutes to you. Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, if they hear our story, they'll see our interactions with them. Listen to the podcast again. You'll see our interactions with them, and obviously Vicente is like the biggest one of them all, and he's somewhere out here free, man. Wish him the best, and wish him and his family the best. He did what he had to do as well, and totally different situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he had permission from people to do it, and I didn't.
You hear that, y'all? He had permission. There was a sit down amongst the bosses, and they told their sons, go talk.
Yeah, people don't want to understand. Like, one of the main stories will come out later. I don't want to give everything away, but there's an attorney that was like making these deals for them, And when you hear those things, it scared me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, they're making deals to turn in people, How are we going to be safe? And not only when I say they gave permission, they assisted on that cooperation, Like a third party, you know what I mean? Which is common in the government. Someone could make someone could pass information along to the feds.
They're
and
part
help
of
their
the
buddy
deal.
out.
They're to sweeten the deal.
Yeah.
JFL said, "How do I reply to a chat?" Nah, you just gotta put their name in it and tell them whatever the fuck you want to tell them. Am I actively being charged every comment? No, Guillermo, you shouldn't be. Here we go. I'm getting down. Well, that's a lot, but I'm getting there. Ask him how they treat fans in real life. Fans, like fans of the Twins. Have you ever run into like a fan, like somebody that, you know, peeped you from the podcast or from your story or YouTube, or not necessarily somebody that know you from the past, but you know.
I'm not comfortable with. It's weird for me to feel like, oh, someone's a fan, but I guess. But
I'm not comfortable with that.
Look,
shit either.
I did have interaction before, and it's kind of confusing because you kind of want to be like, where are you coming from with this shit? Like you want to say what's up, or you want, like what you want to do,
Right.
You don't know if they want to attack you or shake your hand, you know what I mean? So that's kind of awkward,
Jonathan
Right.
donated $5.
So I'm a little bit like on my
Salutes
toes
Gio
about it,
for
like I'm not,
providing us with
I'm not gonna
great,
just let someone come
consistent
up to me, like,
quality
you know what I
content,
mean?
Always grinding and growing.
Hold on one sec, P.
Blessings and prayers to the twins, their families, and wives.
I'm gonna replay that
Shout
right
out
now,
to the
Jonathan.
committed chat. Like and subscribe.
Let's hit it.
Jonathan Pantry donated $5. Salutes Gio for always providing us with great consistent quality content, always grinding and growing. Blessings and prayers to the twins, their families, and wives. Shout out to the committed chat. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. It's free. Salutes to you, Jonathan Pantoja, for the $5 super chat. Salute Sha'il for always providing us with great, consistent, quality content. Always grinding and growing. Blessings and prayers to the twins, their families, and wives. Shout out to the committed chat. Like and subscribe.
Amen.
It's free. Salutes.
Amen. Thank you.
Salutes to you. Appreciate you, Jonathan, per usual. Thank you, sir. Right? We built community over here. We built a community over here. Let's see. Gilberto Melgarejo said, "Do you think Chapo still has the stash houses full of money in Mexico that his kids don't know of?"
I can't say that, but I'm sure he owns a lot of property still. The only thing, if he can't trust his sons, then who can he trust? And honestly, if that was me, I mean, why wouldn't you give him whatever money you had left? You can't use it. They need it more than you do.
What were we talking about? We were talking about the meeting. Yeah, you said there was a lawyer that. So miss me with the pomp and circumstance, y'all. These dudes were sitting down having whole sit downs on how to make it right to have everybody do some talking, and they were part of them deals. So get them off the high horse. You know what I'm saying? And again, we'll keep talking about it, keep pushing the issue, but.
And again, I'm not justifying. Everyone could do that, what they think is best for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
And I just, you don't have to learn the hard way like we did,
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there with money in your hand and still, fearing for your life or fearing for your family's safety. Like, that's not a way to live.
Right.
And I don't care how bad you are. There's someone out there who's worse,
Always. Shout out IB. He said, just sending out my support and salutes to you, Pete and Jay, in the chat. Salutes.
Thank you, man.
JP the Ghost said, no refund, Shy. JP the Ghost has spoken. Junior said, twins, how important was your father and y'all becoming who y'all were? And what's one thing that y'all remember about him?
Well, I mean, he introduced us to his whole life. There's a lot of things we had to learn on our own once we got bigger, but the foundation was what he made for us, And one thing I always remember my dad saying, and it runs through my mind a lot, was that he didn't want us to do three things, and I've said it before. He said, don't be no homosexuals, don't be no rats, or no thieves, and y'all be right with me. And I think about that, did he really mean that all the way, Is that what... I can't look at my son and feel like I would tell him that,
Right. Put him in the game.
Yeah, no, put them in the game. Like that's the only thing that I care about. That you're not a rat, a homosexual, or a
Right.
thief. Like
It's a short list.
that's. I mean, and I'll be proud of you. And I just, I want so much more for my own children. And I want to, I want to love my kids, a little better than he loved us. That's for sure. And, he loved us in his own way, but it was obviously broken.
Guillermo Rivas was trying to get a question off, and he got his question here. He said, "Ask the twins a question for me. How do the politicians interact with you now?" I don't know what he means by politicians. Like which politicians?
I think he means about my brothers, probably the process.
Yeah, that's probably a question for Jay. Again, we're gonna put Jay on the hook. Let me fix this camera. Camera froze up. It's been going a while. Bye, y'all. All right. Should be back on and popping. Give me 1 sec. Happens to the best of us. And there we are. We good. We good. Salutes. Let me keep going through this chat here. Yeah, so that's a question for Jay Guillermo. I'll hold that question. I will ask Jay when we get him back on, if we get him back on. If not, we got him on the hook.
Well, yeah, I mean, my point of the politicians or the government, period, like they like to take all the credit and forget like how essential, the help was, I mean, that's just what you expect from them,
Right. Just like the people, they're no different from the people that are gonna say, "Oh, that's not that guy's land. That's that guy's land." You know what I'm saying? It's just the same shit. Everybody wants to take some credit or give credit for somebody else. Milo says, "Shy, you gonna get us busted for extortion?" What's happening? What are you talking about? Let's see. Owner of the McLaren. I'm actually not here. The twins' distorted voices. I find them. I'm actually excited to hear the twins' distorted voices. I find them fascinating. What's distorted about his voice? The man sounds clear as day to me. The story from Vin Wiki. Ask him about mini leak. People are saying, assuming what some think is the obvious. But how do you feel about mini leak having a podcast or Okran Leaks? Whoever everybody thinks he is.
Well, I know them personally, so I mean, look, man, the information that he has is unique. It's compelling. It's interesting. I watch myself. Like the amount of detail that he shares is you, man. There's nobody else on there like telling the stories the way he is. And I hope that one day he's able to come on and share his story because I think we have similar paths.
Here we go. Jonathan Pantoja said, if I may ask, salutes and blessings to the twins and their families and their wives. How do they feel? How do they feel about all the parents bringing young daughters to them to marry? Again, part of the conversation that we started with. The things that you see that some people believe are part of a culture. But what do you think?
Well, I said that before. I mean, the culture is different, and I guess my wife would be mad and stuff, and it felt like I can understand that they're living complete poverty, and they're thinking, you know what, they could save, my daughter, my family, which is the way things are done in a lot of countries.
Yeah,
I mean, our culture is different, so we can't really relate to it, but I'm sure a lot of people in different places understand that.
Do you feel that somebody like Chapo that is into young girls like that, do you feel he's a child abuser?
I'm sorry, what was that part?
That he's basically, if he's sitting here with underage girls, what we see as a child abuser, is that something different to them? I'm looking at him, he's a child abuser, he's a pedo.
Yeah, I mean, to us, it's look, man. I always used to think like, man, why you want some young ass girl? I want like a grown ass woman.
Right.
But it's shocking to see that they felt like some, I don't know, man, like a trophy, like or something. to feel like they were with a young underage girl that's never, had sex before. To me, that's disgusting,
Mm-hmm.
But, in some cultures, they'll say like a 15-year-old woman, and, she could get married, and that's the norm.
Right.
But, we're used to, we don't, it's obviously not something I accept here. It's not the norm for me.
Mm-hmm.
And even younger than that, that's what's disgusting about them too.
That's why I feel like anybody who's like, I picked a side. Chapo's my guy. It's like, what are we talking about here? Anybody who's guilty of that, to me, they done lost me on their team. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are picking and choosing. So I can't take your opinion on other things seriously if you picking and choosing in that sense. Hit the like button, y'all.
Hey, you guys, excuse me, okay?
Yeah,
1 second, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to the chat. We in here. Omar, I'm gonna try to get back to that. Salute to y'all. Let me come down to the bottom of the chat real quick. Shout out Ian. Salutes Ian Eslam. Ian Eslip. Appreciate you. Guillermo Rivas, how do you feel about Ronta Strong? He says he knows you, but it feels like he's fake knowing you. He's been on the show before. He's been here before, Wrong and Strong. He's been on with Damian Cash, and he's been on with Jay. Pete didn't come on at that time. But, so, we debunked that one. Let me go back. All right, salutes to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. All right, somebody give me an update on the fight. Let me see if I missed any updates here. I asked about Mini League. Another question. I heard you say you met El Chapo Isidro. I'm trying to get to Omar's Chapo Isidro question in a minute. We're going to put Jay on the hook for another day very soon. And we're going to put him through the ringer like y'all are putting Pete through the ringer right now. Salutes Vernon Himes on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Marquitos Toys' dad. Is he involved with CDS? Felix Garcia. Was from Jalpa, Zacatecas. Felix Garcia, I can say yes. They said that's their hometown, Jalpa, Zacatecas. Let me say, last time I checked, everyone's running for the hills, and I'm not. I don't know what that means. Who are you? I hope that your families are blessed, and thanks for coming to the channel. Salutes, Rilo. Appreciate you. That's about Mini League. Asked the twins if they smoke. They answered that they don't smoke. We'll ask Jay, but we know Pete said he don't smoke. I fully respect his honesty. I'm flat out smoking 24/7, self-medicated, needing counseling, though. Facts. Did they ever interact with El Rey Zambada? In or out of prison? All right, I'm going to try to get to some of these. Did Peter J ever get into yoga or meditation or Eastern religion while inside? They both seem very zen. Good question. Please ask the twins if they're actively working. I thought I heard the voices the other day. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But yeah, they both have their own businesses. But we've covered that before. If you want to know those things, go back and watch the videos that we've done. I just put all the links in there. We kind of don't try to repeat ourselves around here. Jorge said, are you not worried about someone hacking on this chat and getting your location? Tell them hackers to do what they got to do. I swear I heard them laughing on a phone call. I was like, it's hot. Yeah, okay. Jonathan Tavar said, yo, have you seen Chapo kill someone in front of you? A lot of people have anxiety nowadays. It's hard to manage without a pill to calm you down. I'm straight on the pills. I smoke the sacred plant. Hector Ramirez asking about working with Colombians in Chicago. Y'all got me looking at JOP different after y'all said y'all wanted him to play one of y'all in the movie. Let me tell you something, man. If this kid, I think he's a talented kid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Gucci Kano on the check-in. I think he's a talented kid, this JOP kid, right? It's a hard undertaking just being an actor playing one role, but being a first-time actor playing two roles, that's a hell of a fucking task. But if this kid could pull that shit off, if he has the ambition to even attempt to pull that off, it's something to watch, you know, because if he pulls it off, it's a wrap. He got a free ride. Stanionis retains belt against Maestre. Salutes, Jonathan. Appreciate you. Meatball doing well. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Shout out Gucci Cano on the check-in. Chucky Chigong said, what was your racehorse bloodline? Cartel back then was good. Corona Cartel back then was good. Alexis Garcia, appreciate you for the sub. Hey, P and J, hope all is well. Did you guys fund or get funded in octopus industry scene a documentary? How lucrative is it or involve something like that? I had to ask him. I don't know what that means, though. All right, hit the like button, y'all. Was Frank a good businessman? Alexis Garcia, thanks, Shy. Thank you. Did they have pit bull fights at the cockfights? Shout out Vernon. El Mayo and family having the biggest milk company in Sinaloa. Extraction. John Joseph. E1M1. If we can get to the mall, y'all. Alright. Been there with the bag of watches. And he right. Pay part of my legal fees past couple years. It'd be like that. Pete's an inspirational speaker for sure. We can't convince him of that, Michelle. He's like, I'm not a YouTuber.
Yo, my fault, bro.
No worries. Michelle said, Pete is an inspirational speaker, that's for sure. And I told her we cannot convince you of that, all right? He's not. He says he's not a YouTuber. And,
not a YouTuber.
He's not a YouTuber, and he just says what he wants, what he feels, and hopes that it does good. I'm sure.
Nah, even in this situation, like you don't. It's kind of nerve wracking a little bit, just trying to be as normal as you can. I mean, this ain't what you're used to. You know what I mean?
Right. Shout out 7-6 for the 199 super chat. Said my own Chapo are rats and get a pass. Straight HTCS. All right. What else we got? We got Peter. Said, Pete, once you started flipping birds, did you ever think it would be as easy as it was?
Man,
was there any
not a word
hesitation?
I like to use when it came to like being on the street.
I'm sorry, say that again. I interrupted you.
I said like when people relate it to like being on the street as easy, that kind of bothers me. There's nothing easy about, being on the street and trying to make money. I mean, it looks like it's easy, but it's not, I think people get that idea like, oh, everyone on the street is making money. I knew a lot of broke-ass drug dealers, that's for sure,
So did I.
And I'm not I'm not like putting them down. I'm just saying it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Every day, you, like I said, you're fighting the haters, the sticker man, the feds, It's just so much, so many variables that come into play that make it hard for you,
Right. Wake up to a new
His question was what?
Say it again.
What was his question?
His question was, Pete, once you started flipping birds, did you ever think it would be as easy as it was? And my question was, was there ever a thought of, man, can we do this? Or was it always, oh, we could do this?
It was a challenge, but we felt like we could do it. And I guess the distinction for my brother and I was always like, could we do it better? Like when we're grabbing work in Chicago, we're like, man, well, why can't we go get it ourselves? Why can't we? Even early on, like why they doing it? Why can't we do it?
Right.
Hey guys, I apologize. I'm back.
Salutes,
Sorry,
Jay,
man.
back in the building, y'all.
Listen. I apologize, guys. Like, man, I didn't want to let you downside. You can't even imagine that. The things I'm doing, and I apologize to everyone in the chat. And Pete, to you too.
He got P holding the bag over here. They putting him through the ringer.
He's good at that though. You're in good hands. But I heard your question right now. Easy, man. But I don't even know. I don't even like that word being, in there like that. Easy. There's nothing easy about it.
That's exactly what your brother just said.
Bro, like, people don't understand that. And you know what? I before it was like, oh, how lucky we are. And today I'm like, I always think like how blessed we were, and I think it was for a reason for us to be telling you this story about how it's not worth it. For real. I feel like that's our purpose. If anyone believes in Christ, and everyone believes in second chance and redemption, for sure. You know what? I had something. Sorry, we were supposed to talk about. Did you guys talk about Kylie?
A little bit. Somebody asked. They asked if he was the biggest customer, and
I don't know what my brother said. Hold on, I don't know what my brother said. Let me answer that. He wasn't. I don't know what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He was an important person to us, but he wasn't one of our biggest customers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what did my brother say.
Basically the same thing, and also the other part of the question was boom, was he the biggest? Oh, and they asked for a story, and P gave a story.
Oh yeah, that was our guy though, man.
You got a story? You
got a
Cali story?
Say it again.
You got a Cali story?
Oh man, I have a personal one. Let's see what I want to hear what my brother has to say.
He did. He gave us one already.
But no, this is like okay. It's not a story, but I just remember how my brother used to get so pissed off, and he used to say me and Kylie were so much alike, bro. Because man, could we spend money? You put me and him together, forget about it. And we were both like the same way, you know, like we're into shopping and stuff like that. And P, it used to bother him a whole lot. That we were always like, I guess, just out there and doing some crazy stuff.
Guillermo, you a trip, bro. You a funny style dude. It kind of annoys me, the funny style of you, really. But I'm here to host.
I want also listen. I didn't get to listen, but I wanted to make sure you guys were back on. And I just saw this glimpse of people saying that I always have it easier than my brother.
Well, somebody just
for sure, my brother has suffered through trauma and has suffered through a lot of really hard situations. And I think that it's always hard on both places, you know, like both situations. I think that my brother, like him going through what he went through, you know, he was strong enough and to endure what he had to go through. And I think I was, you know, able to have that, you know, other type of strength, I guess, to deal with it, right? And the mentality to deal with it.
But it's okay because somebody just said, you know, the opposite. You know, somebody said the opposite, where, you know, Jay was on the receiving end of that shit. And that's what, you know, I told dude he's funny. But he said I could block him.
Nah, he's saying that
he said I could block him. He's sipping, but you got to be careful what you ask for around here.
Nah, he's saying that you carried me. I was just along for the ride, that you were the one doing everything.
Nah.
No, hold on. This is what I was gonna say. So for all the people that had asked earlier, and they said, ask the same question that the twins have answered all over this channel, but you guys don't go back and do your research because you come here ill-equipped. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be heard, but to us it sounds like gibberish because we already spoke about it, right? And when the question that was brought up again today many times, was Milo the boss, or I heard Chapo was just the fall guy, and when that answer was questioned by one of the brothers, they said it specifically just like this. No, it was like with me and my brother. It was two bosses, two dudes handling it together. They said that early, long time ago. Now, how you feel, what you think, that's a different story. But now understand, it's just your imagination working because the horse is giving it to you from the horse's mouth. But you don't want to accept that. You guys want the answer that you want. And that ain't how the fucking world works. All right, there you go. Floor is yours.
You know what? It's funny. Me and my brother, like, people are gonna say whatever they say, but yeah, I use them as a human shield. You know what?
Okay. At the end, let's discuss that. That you've dedicated your life to like kind of going out there and sharing the story, and it's something that you do every day. And for me, I'm a little more like you know, I don't have that exposure. I'm not looking for it all the time. You know, I'm just, you know, living my life, and you know, it makes me think about Chapo's interview. You see how he did that Rolling Stones interview, and he looks like an idiot. That's not who he is, man. You know, you put him in that situation.
Hold on. Are you saying that I look like an idiot for sharing my story with Shy?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that not everyone's built to give interviews.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm no one's built for it. Shy looks real natural, like even being in that chair right there talking. But man, I think about that all the time. Like I had never thought that I would be able to do some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. Like ever. It's hard, you know. I've gotten better at it. But yeah, for sure this was not my calling. But I think that if anything, having a real story in you know changes everything. When it's a real story and you don't have to lie, then it's natural, and you're able to get that you know point across. But yeah, no, you know, it's just a little different.
No, I was saying about the Rolling Stone magazine that you see Chapo, he looks like an idiot. Like when you know, and that's not who he is. Like you miss his character of a leader and the intelligence he has, you know?
The calculation in him.
Yeah, could you put him in a situation that he's uncomfortable with because he's not used to it? You know, you put anyone in an uncomfortable situation. That's what people don't understand, and they're like, oh, they see what they see, but you know, Shy, like, I guess for Peter and I for sure, even like sharing or being interviewed or something like that, it's like it's uncomfortable for us because we're not used to it, you know. Eventually, probably, you know, that would not be the case, but did you answer that Felipe story? The question?
No, but hold on. I got a question. I'm going to bring something back from Jorge Castillo. Jorge sent a $20 super chat. This is when we lost you. He said, Jay, I met Val back in 97 in Pilsen. She would cruise by in a black Navi. My girl would say, there goes La Barbie. She a bad bitch. She was a star in Pilsen. Our prayers to you and Val, Pete. Pete. Free La Barbie. And hope she's home soon. And again, we add Viv to that. Salutes.
Yeah, look, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, I remember she used to have a Navi back then, and then she had like a Lexus too, I think. That's how I met her.
All right, hold on. Let me jump. Go ahead.
No, but say for the most part, that's still who she is. You get me? Like, she's still that same person. She's still bad even at her age. You know.
We're not gonna pay too much attention, Guillermo, because we know you sipping like you said, and you said Pete's trying to say Chapo isn't well spoken. You absolutely said the opposite of what the man just said. The man said what you saw was not a representation of who he really is, and that the calculation of him and that the leadership of him. He literally said these words, leadership, and you went left with it, and that's why our time in this conversation is over. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I'm not going to give you the axe. You can stick around, but this is what I'm talking about here. We're not listening. You can't hear the truth. All right? Salutes, Jorge. We got back to your question. Let me know if that was what we were talking about, all right? Salutes to you. Somebody give me an update on the fights. Let me know if I'm running late.
Also, just to answer real quick, I'm going to answer a quick question. Felipe Cabrera, yeah, I knew him, and I'll be honest with you. I'm the one that, you know, me and my brother are the ones that indicted him. And we're the ones sending his extradition back to Chicago. So there's a lot of people that are involved that you guys probably would never hear about. We don't talk about because it'd be too much to explain. But he's one of them.
Who are we talking about?
Felipe Cabrera. There was a question in there about him.
Okay,
from
well, do me a favor. I'm going down the line. Stay out of the chat.
All right. Okay, I just got it. I apologize, man.
Because now I don't know where he's at, and I want to be able to highlight the comment. You know what I mean?
You got Shy. You got to let him know this your shit right here. This ain't Jay's class.
And then remember, I told you, Pete, that the homie Peter walked in and said, "What's up to Jay first the other day, man? We had to put a stop to that shit real quick."
Hey, but you know what's funny? Shy, man. It's the slow takeover. Next thing you know, you work for me. You don't even know it.
Yeah. Okay. I like the word with. All right. The word with is better than the word for. All right. Salute. Let's see what we got here.
Hey,
Go ahead. No. You was about to jump in the chat. Hold on. We're gonna go from up here. This is Alexis Garcia said, "Hey P and J, hope all is well. Did you guys fund or get funded in octopus industry? Seen a documentary? How lucrative it is, or involve something like that? Do you know anything about octopus industries? No, that sounds like a
I have
no.
no idea what they're talking
I
about,
have
bro.
no
But I
clue
would
either.
love
yeah,
to
Yeah, hey,
be
let us know. Let
informed.
us know if that's a good stock.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna look it up though.
Hey, wait, guys. Hey, chat, bro. I owe you. My bad. I owe you. To get back on. It's getting. I just want to apologize to you in the chat, man. I'll do this again. Like, let's do it again. I know it's fight night, right? And there's so much going on. I just want to get back and at least apologize to you. You know.
No, yeah.
'Cause,
We're gonna get out of here. We'll do it again. Like, um, just let me know when you're feeling better, man, and when you got time, and we'll,
oh
as long as
man.
I got at least a couple of days to promote, we get a better outcome than the pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
And
listen.
feel free to
I'll
pop
make it
up.
happen.
Feel free to pop up. We making things easier for the pop up. Feel free to pop up still. It's a good thing for people to know that whenever they're in the chat at any moment you can pop up and maybe there's some question and answer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's not, but you let me know, we'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Here, I don't mean to. Yeah, for sure. Listen,
Who you got
I'll
in
make
tonight's
myself
fight real
available.
quick before you move on? Who you got in tonight's fight? P
Um,
already let it be known. What he
I
got.
mean, I'm gonna go with Canelo, and I want to go. I'm also gonna go with Blair the Flair. All right. He's fighting tonight too. He probably fought already. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Canelo. But
Okay.
I just want to say, look, chat, bro, I'll make myself available. It's not even that, you know. It had been a little hectic for me these last couple of weeks. I think for my brother as well. I'm glad he was able to make it on, and we were able to do this because it's been a while. So let's do it, and let me know. I don't want to like jump all over your chat, but I was gonna tell you. Um, Somebody asked, "What's good advice about to get money?" Right?
Your fucking
Was that
job.
one of the questions?
No.
This is important.
Go ahead.
Get money the legal way.
Mm.
All right, plain and simple, man. Put your mind to it, your time, do that. Go, man. I'm gonna tell you, money and everything. If you tell me, I see it like, man, go learn how to code. If you can't learn how to code, then you're never gonna make it hustling. All right, do something like that. If you think that's difficult, then shit, that other life is harder, and in prison is even harder. You know how many times I sat in solitary confinement, looking at that wall, like, man, I could have been a doctor twice, an attorney. Uh, you know, being intelligent and being, locked in is not being intelligent. You know,
Salutes. Yeah, man. It's a sour game.
I want to add to that. I think that in anything you do, man, just do the right thing, man. I think the right thing always leads to more. Doing good things and opening good doors. Like as soon as you start, opening those, taking shortcuts and doing the wrong thing, bad doors open up for you,
absolutely.
and you end up just, lost.
World of shit.
And I think that people don't understand that part. Like, just do the right thing, work hard, man, and those good doors will open up for you.
Facts. Facts. Get
And I
it
be telling
poppin'.
you, even at work, man, I be telling them like, man, don't cheat those hours, don't cheat your boss, don't do that. And at the right time, someone's gonna recognize it.
Mm.
People notice the integrity, they could see your character, and that's gonna open up more doors for you than anything else.
That's it. That's it. I know a
And
lot of good people in life, and it's because character was considered. Not
Yeah, as I'm
money,
saying,
not what you can do for me, but character was considered,
I think that even in the beginning, that's what kind of got my brother ahead. Just doing the right thing. People knocking at our door trying to give us 300 birds, and we're like, nah, we good. We don't need them. That's just because they knew we weren't gonna take off with them. They knew we were good for it. And even in the legit business, like, you just do the right thing, and you attract the right kind of energy.
Right.
because nobody wants to do business with a grimy ass dude. I don't care where,
Except another grimy ass dude, because what they do is they
Yeah.
treat each other's life, and then they come back to work, and then they go to war, and then they come back to work, and then they come back to each other, and it's just chaos.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't work, bro. It just never works.
All right, I want to get.
And you,
Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying that you, like, when you live your life thinking you're unique to everything, and you could treat people the way you want to and never, answer for that. That's just a recipe for disaster, Like the golden rule, treat everyone the way you want to be treated.
That's it. It's a character trait, man.
Yeah.
A horrible fucking character trait. I want to get this one out before we go. Twin, did you ever hear of or consider Lupe Valencia as your attorney? Know there are a lot of good defense attorneys, but he's one of my guys.
I think is he out of Arizona, I believe? I'm not sure. I think I heard of him before, but my family attorney, which was my older brother's attorney, since I've been knowing him since I was like 9, 10 years old. And I can't like stress enough like how special he's been to my life. Even during our disagreements, he's always been there for me. And I'm glad I was able, to know him and that he was able to represent me and my brother early on, And I still, I spoke with him this morning. Like we talk once a week or something, and to have those kind of relationships, they mean everything. So there was no need for me to go looking for someone else,
Right. For sure.
At the end of the day, they can only do so much for you, bro. Honestly.
Right.
There ain't no such thing as a magic attorney that's gonna make everything go away for you.
The magic guy.
Only God probably, but that's it.
Oh, one more question before we go. Somebody asked earlier, and I thought it was an interesting question. Oh, it was IB, as a matter of fact. IB asked the question, something along the lines of, did you guys pick up any, like, in prison, any other spiritual things like yoga or meditation or things like that?
Man, I was in the Word like daily, but I tried yoga. It's difficult, man. I think the weightlifting in that made it even harder. It was hard to kind of stay consistent. But like I said, my therapy was always getting to the Word, and cry out to the Lord for help and guidance and wisdom and peace, to lead us through that, those hard times and help us make right decisions.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure what my brother did, but.
P, man, it's been a long time. I appreciate you. Salutes to you. You've been getting it in. You're in an extraordinary position in the situation that your family's in. You doing it. You handling your business. You're always on the chat's mind. They're always asking about you. They always want to hear you come back. Salutes to you for giving us your time. We appreciate it. And we thank you. I appreciate you myself personally, and I thank you for giving up your time for the people. I won't hold you up no more. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully down the line in the future we talk again. I think it's great news that you got to see your wife. So amen to that. Hope it happens again. You know what I'm saying? And you're welcome back anytime you want to get anything off your chest. You already know to come through.
I appreciate you having me, and I appreciate all the kind words and the prayers. And again, man, I'm super focused on my family and trying to be there, for my wife and my children, and getting through these hard times. I miss her dearly, man. It feels weird not to have her by my side, but just like I said, man, trying to focus on them and and trying to put our lives back together. Even though we're apart. And I appreciate the prayers, man. And I look forward to doing this again with you and seeing what's next in our, with the projects in our story. And I want to keep encouraging people to, to check out the podcast if you didn't, listen in, and you kind of get a glimpse into a lot of the things that, a lot of these questions that people want to know more of. And then, of course, all your videos, bro, you uncovered every part of it.
When they come in here asking questions that most of the people in here know, it's like, all right, man, you're not paying attention. But that's why I try to give the usual suspects, the right of way when it comes to trying to get to their questions first, because I know they're coming from a place of, this is something that we want to know. We already follow this story. They've already been vetted in this chat, Salutes to the newbies. If you're here, I put the playlist in the chat. Go back, do some research. It's a story that's stranger than fiction. It's an enormous story. There's many nooks and crannies in it. Very nuanced. You know what I'm saying? So check it out.
Man, there's so much like details, so many things that people don't know yet, and I'm looking forward to sharing those things and so many layers to it. And again, man, where those subscribers at, man? I don't understand. What do we got to do, bro?
I gotta go
Are you
fight
scaring them
somebody
away,
at
bro?
YouTube. I gotta go fight somebody at YouTube, man. Somebody got to scrap.
Right?
Shadow ban.
We got to say some straight bullshit, and then people come.
Yeah, I got to do some. Here's a line that always comes to mind from J Rock from TDE on a song he did with Kendrick, where he says, you know, if I could pretend, I wouldn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just always kept me where I'm at. If I'd have made other decisions and decide to fucking dance like a clown, you know, who knows? But, you know, it is.
Yeah,
what it
don't
is.
lose yourself over the hits, bro, the subscribers.
I can't. I passed that stage where I would have even considered it, and even then I didn't consider it. You know, so it is what it is. You know?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, thanks for keeping it real and for giving us the opportunity to share our story and just for, you know, like I said, Shai, everyone got to understand, we don't agree with everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't expect to agree with anyone on the decisions I make, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to justify them, you know, this is just what it is. And, you know, as you grow older, you see things different. And, you know, if you're, you know, eventually one day it might hit you like a ton of bricks and understand where we're coming from, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's going to look back and say, man, that's why Buddy said that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And, again, I appreciate it, man.
Man,
and good luck to everyone. Enjoy the fight, man.
Saludos to the kids. Saludos to the wife.
Thank you.
Enjoy the fight. We're gonna be over at Head Kick. So if you up late, we're gonna be over there screaming and yelling on that side. All right. I'll holla at y'all. Salutes
all right,
to
man.
you.
God bless. God bless to the chat. Thank you, guys.
Don't move. Don't go nowhere. Salutes, P. Holla.
All right, bye.
Let me boom. He's kicked. Good. Perfect. Let me close this down. What's up, y'all? Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. I appreciate y'all. We had a good time tonight. All right, I'm still gonna go back through some of the chat right now. To get some of the stuff I missed. We got a lot of it, and I'm gonna answer whatever questions I can answer personally. I'm gonna give shout outs, and then we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna move over to the other channel, which is Head Kick Shy. Make sure you give us a follow over there. We're gonna move over there and watch the fight. I'm not sure if I'm gonna watch at home or if I'm gonna go to a homie's house. Depends how much time I got between the end of this stream and then. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys very much, man. It was a great time. Don't move. Let me go through here. Ivy said free win. I don't know the context of some of these things. We was flying tonight. I appreciate all the donators. Thank you very much. To those that donated questions, to those that donated love, we appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Jorge say, why get in a relationship? Jorge, if you go through some of these conversations that we've had in the past, you'll find some of that information in there. He answered some of them questions. Not guilty. Salute's not guilty on the check-in. I appreciate you, sir. All right. It's crazy how time goes by. Absolutely. Thankfully, Jay and Peter have kick-ass wives that really stand up women. Salutes. Dirty Harry. Chucky said you could tell Pete was the tough one. Sounds like Pete was the rational one. All right. Listen, you ask 10 different people, you'll get 10 different answers. That's just humanity. Ask them about the cars. Boom, boom. Real talk, real talk. So listen, I might as well. I'm looking down here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. From here to the bottom. Guillermo, we gave up on you. Jay, God bless. My parents. All right. We got a lot of geography. Salutes 030 North. He said, I always said Chopper was a child molester. Some girl came out. She was 15. We're going to do that video. I tried to do it. And I recorded a whole translation, and the translation fell off. All right? Shout out to everybody that leaves when the twins leaves. Peace out to y'all. The rest of y'all are here fucking with me because y'all fuck with me. All right? The ones that bounce, cool. Right? We know that unless you subscribed, you wasn't in this chat today, though. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get down to the bottom here. What a time. What a time. We had a time. Jesus is the only way. I hope the twins can be together soon with their wives and family. JP the Ghost said, came a long way, Shy. Used to be 5 or 6 of us in the live watching the twin story, and now we're pushing 100 plus. Absolutely, man. Salutes. We still got 74 in the building. We appreciate y'all. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. If you have yet to subscribe, please do that. If you have yet to go over to the Head Kicks channel, the link is in the chat, and we're going to be over there watching the fight. All right? Salutes Jorge Castillo. It's a good chat. Congrats. Zoraida, twins, thank you for your time. Bless y'all and the family. Dope ass live. Appreciate you, right? IB said, free rent. Y'all were talking about people liking and glamorizing prison. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mr. Eddie Menace said, bro, I had connectivity issues. Just as he was answering my question. So who supplied the BMF? He didn't want to talk about it because he really didn't know. You could go back and listen to that on the replay. It'll be there. Shy bro, this is gonna happen soon again. We got Jay on the hook. We got Jay on the hook. Gonna happen very soon. Sucks he got COVID. COVID, like what? Shy, are you from Little Village? No, I am not. Salutes to you, Alexis Garcia, for your subscription. Saw that earlier. JP the Ghost says, shout out to the day ones. We've all come a long way. Absolutely. Non-commitment gang. Bye, Felicia's. Peace out to the non-commitment gang. Holla. Salutes Vernon Himes. I've been trying to get one of your joints up there all night. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you catch us over there. Good night, Sally Correa. She said, good night, little bro. Have a good night. Good night, big sis. Appreciate you. So that says, Shy, I got you with the transactions. With the translation. I'm a Spanish translator, boy. I'm gonna be hitting you for help. All right. I had to do an audition the other day in Spanish and a callback in Spanish, and you know they gave me a couple different options, and I whipped a little something together. It was pretty crazy. All right. Let me go through the chat real quick and shout out a few people, and we're gonna get out of here. Shout out Michelle Almodovar Uribe. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you very much. You are a benefit to the chat. So were you, Not Guilty TV. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Jalisco, we asked him about the Lambo and the McLaren. He said that you know, he didn't know much about it. He got to watch the Oakland Leaks to ring a bell. All right. Shout out Junior, IB, Luis Garcia, Chucky Chingon, Old Soul, Billy Finnegan, Danilo Joker, Rilo. We already asked that question about Garcia Luna. Salutes to Peter on his super chat. Salutes to Jorge, Master Khalid, JFL 76. We appreciate you. Listen, you came in here and you got your word out. You had your conversation, and we ain't hold you back. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You're gonna get pushed back. Sometimes you're gonna push back. It is what it is. Sometimes you'll get pushed back from me. So salutes Peter, Rilo, Luis Garcia, JFL, Guillermo Rivas 76, Jonathan Pantoja. I appreciate you guys. Michelle Almodovar, thank you. Master Kalik, Jorge Castillo, and to all the new subs, man, we appreciate you guys. Jonathan Pantoja, per usual. God's Beauty, thank you for coming through tonight. All right. Billy Finnegan, thank you. Yael, thank you for coming through tonight, man. It was a good time. JFL, salutes. Matthew McGinnis, Albert James, Jonathan Pantoja, I appreciate all of you guys, man. All right, make sure you guys meet me over there. She said, I got you, shot. I need that good Spanish, you know. At this age, I'm still trying to talk something crazy in their ear and make sure it's right. And I want to be able to do like different people's Spanish and dialects and shit. You're not a voice coach. I'm sorry. You trying to make you a dialect coach and shit over here. IB said, new COVID contagious through the phone. Hopefully not the chat. Bro, he gave it to his brother over the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Bro, any chance you could do a video on the great Jesse Velez? Man, listen, I'm kind of sorry. Excuse me for my ignorance. I don't got a lot of room in here. Who exactly is Jesse Velez, Mr. Eddie Jimenez? Salutes to you. I appreciate you. All right. Crash out. Came back. Where we at? I still got time for the fights, huh? Salutes Chucky Chingon. Salutes Riot. Salutes to you, Not Guilty TV. I'll be reaching out. Appreciate you. All right, y'all. Hundreds up in the chat. We going over the Head Kick side. Give me a little bit of time to smoke something, crack open another beer. I'm going to drop the second channel for Billy Finnegan right here. Bow. And then I got to make the decision. If I got to make the decision to go to the homie's house, it's going to take me a couple minutes to get there. Otherwise, I'll pop up here. Just stay tuned to Head Kick Shy, and we're going to be there. Who I got in the fight tonight, Shy? I got Canelo. I'm going to go with the experience, and I'm going to go with the skill. And you know, well, let's see what this young bull shows us. I would not be mad at the young bull if he pulled it out. You know what I mean? Salutes, all right? Hundreds up. I appreciate y'all. And I will see y'all over at Head Kick Shot. Give me a little while. Hopefully you get the notification. I'm also going to send the notification out through the Discord. So anybody who's not in our Discord, here's the link to get into our Discord. We got better notifications in Discord than we do on YouTube, all right? Thank you to the Flores twins. Thank you to y'all. I appreciate y'all. The usual suspects, y'all showed out tonight. Salutes to the Wrenches. I appreciate you guys. Leovaldo, thank you. Leovaldo said Canelo goes down tonight. Enjoy the fight. Vamos a ver. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this comment if he doesn't. All right, we're gonna see. It's quite possible it happens. Some guys get old between rounds. Some guys get old between fights. Some guys get old from the locker room to the ring. So we shall see what happens. All right. All right, salutes Eddie Jimenez. Some music shit. I know it's popping. Ivy got his gloves up. I'll see y'all over there. Salutes also. Jonathan Pantoja said the Discord is popping. All right. We're going to go out the same way we came in. All right. But we're going to do it the opposite of how we came in. All right. What a great live. Y'all brought that energy because I was dead before this shit started. All right. Salute. Hundreds up. And here we go. Peace out, y'all. Hit that like button on the way out if you forgot on the way in. Stop playing games.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head, cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this land's for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, straight bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence. Dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next. Open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. Was she mad at you? If you knew or understood why she loved, realize why she is precious, she important to us. How much she means to the future without the damage is done. You stand accused, the abuser who murdered daughters and sons. Kissed by stars, shadow killer light from afar. Eyesight with a spark, search for what she find in the dark. Small in the frame, big brain, mountain the heart. Good with a secret, no shame, lie cause she's smart. Maybe inside another life she find us a fine arts, but we ain't born with choices, so she hopeless when life's hard. Lost and alone for nigga, live finding a way. Making alliance, be a loyal dog and wait for a day. The corner warned to the street lights, begged her to stay. The curb heard the crosswalk cry as she walked away. The church was hurt, praying she was one they could save. A disappointed system couldn't make her a slave.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I die before I choose to break.
There she is, I see how you look at her. You wish you could protect her, cause you see something good in her. You see what we all see, there's more than just the hood in her. We can see her greatness and devils trying to shoot at her. Chaos under madness, junkies trying to shoot her up. Old men trying to give her babies, white wolves out to chew her up. She more than just a throwaway, this more than just to shoot 'em up. More than just a poor girl, this cold world is using up. Tragedy, travesty, the murder of her majesty. Complete and utter blasphemy, end result catastrophe. Generations wiped out, the future is a casualty. Anything concerning her, I prefer you asking me. Also do it candidly, in a low tone with reverence, or end up in a box standing over you a reverend. She's sacred far as we concerned, this here is a holy place. Big brother, she chose to blow holes to your face.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I die before I choose to break.
Played to an early grave in a game she thought she could play. She might have made it a business to be a business one day, but all that business is finished. No hope for words left to say. No more lessons from mistakes. No graduation day. No getting over the awkwardness of being a teen. No more late nights on the block pearling blunts for the team. More tears and vigils. More blood stains the streets. More division between the living, cutting flesh for the beef. Vengeance is on the table. This revenge is so sweet. Insatiable is the appetite awaken the beast. Irrational thoughts and actions make the most sense to me. What's happening is gonna happen. We gon' die, we eat everything, every single motherfucking piece. And even then, no comparison to what you owe me. I have nothing, and only one thing left to gain. I promise I'ma walk you through flames, screaming a name.
If I could get past the day, I'd do it all a different way. I'd give myself half a chance. I wouldn't call the devil out to dance. If I could just catch a break, the difference is that I can make the type of pain that I could take. Yeah, I die before I choose to break.